all our friends, and they can have my things when we're dead. But we gonna live forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BOYSCAST, the cast exclusively for the boys.
The boys are back in town.
Some people might think that you're talking about a cast that you put on your arm or your leg, but that's
I was
not
thinking
what
about a
you're
cast you
talking
put on your
about.
penis for a sprained penis.
A sprained penis. And you might think we're talking about that. You might think we're talking about a system, a caste system, where some people
I'm into a caste system.
And we're not talking about that, a caste system where it goes guys and girls.
I wouldn't have done it that order.
The caste
opposite
system.
order than that.
I've been saying that we went to went to an Indian wedding and there was elephants, and I went to a American wedding and there was an elephant too. The bride.
Oh,
the bride.
in the scoop.
In the scope, American pets. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty cool episode this week. So
Awesome episode.
Our boys from the Are You Garbage podcast, who are, these are some of the funniest guys, and we hang out with them a lot in real life, and just generally some of the quickest, funniest people ever.
Hilarious.
So I went to a bunch of different stuff on the podcast this week, which garbage politicians and things that they've done over the years. We got to the bottom of the cheese dream debacle.
Oh, yeah. Just fucking, can you handle the suspense about whether
they liked it or not?
Cheese dream is
But there's a bunch of that sort of stuff. And then, as always, me and DP on the Patreon this week. And we got some of the funniest articles this week. So after you watch the episode, if you want one of the normal episodes where we go through a bunch of stuff, there was a new term alert, radical monogamy. That was probably my favorite one this week. But, So there's that. And then we are in Nashville, the 25th and the 26th. So next Friday, Saturday, come through Nashville, hang out with us Friday, Saturday. And then, yes, without further ado, we did a couple hours with some of our boys, the funniest guys. Are You Garbage podcast. Run it.
Yay.
Woo! We're in the place to be. The fucking first four-person boys cast.
4.5.
With some fucking
I don't know. I'll put in an extra half there. We'll go 5.
Full 5.
There's a 5er.
Just some real dogs. The authorities on. How did you get to be the authority on being garbage?
Yeah, I don't know how
That's not coming into real
It's like
questions.
Tim Ferriss.
So what
you
is?
just make yourself the authority.
Sure.
That is. The
I think our credentials speak for ourselves.
Yeah, we are two dirtbags from Philly, so it definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
outside of my house 2 days ago, because it's real trash heap outside of, 1st and 14th, like East Village.
Sure.
So,
Oh, yeah, you're in the heart of it, dude.
body.
Yeah.
And last night, 2 nights ago, these guys were getting in a fist fight, yelling and screaming. And then the one guy goes, "He pepper sprayed me. He pepper sprayed me." He starts rolling on the ground, screaming. And it's like, "Call the cops." No one wanted to call the cops. Eventually, we called the cops. And then
You called the cops?
Well,
You
we
fucking
called,
rat?
No, we called the ambulance.
Fucking narc ass
damn.
shit, dude.
Dude, this guy was
Goddamn.
dying.
What's this, a
Damn,
setup?
pretty
What's
tough fucking
happening?
walking around your neighborhood now, Ryan.
Jesus
Right,
Christ.
Mr.
Ryan's literally
Safety
just
Officer.
like on a fucking giant YouTube page being like, "Yeah, I fucking ratted on the
Yeah.
shady dudes at 1st and 14th."
I didn't say I know who did it. I
Ryan,
said,
we're gonna have to like modulate your voice and fucking
Yeah, blur 'em
blur
out.
your face for this segment.
So there are homeless guys fighting on fraud. I called the cops on them. Snitch man. You have a little safety sash running around.
Welcome back to the Rat Podcast, everybody.
All right, knock it off over there, you hosers. Quit screwing around.
He's got the hose out, spraying them with a garden
The
hose.
hose is actually the fucking. He lives in like the craziest.
Oh, it's
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
you,
when he
live
moved-
in Heroinville.
Yeah, and when he moved there, it was like none of that. And then all of a sudden, they just started this like COVID started this open air flea market heroin
yeah.
flea market thing.
DP, you mind just flipping that screen over there?
Yeah.
Dude, it's me and 6ix9ine. But no, I called the ambulance because this person was actually dying.
Jesus.
From
And-
pepper spray?
Well,
Nah.
he first, I
That
guess.
can't kill
well, they
you.
were fighting first, but.
Unless you
Well,
boof it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Butt chug it.
It was more the girl than me. I'm going to pass the buck here.
Yeah.
Dude, we saw-
Ryan's ratting on the other rat. Ryan's fucking going.
Wait, your lady called? Your girl called?
You guys are sort of missing the part where I'm a hero and saying this guy's
I know. He thought he was going to come in and we were going to.
Yeah, you didn't
Snitch.
save anything.
Yeah, you're not getting the key to the city, you narc.
No, a pretty good one that also happened is Russia, they got rid of McDonald's, basically.
I saw.
Yeah. So there's this guy.
That would have been it for me.
Well, that's you. It's kind of the Russian you. Are you talking about the big fat guy who chained himself to the door?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. He literally looks like you, and he chained himself to the door. And he's like, they got us. They got us fat for the past 25 years and abandoned us when we need them the most.
Yeah,
You walk out on me.
He goes, yeah. He's like, you got us accustomed to eating this food for 30 years, and then you just leave.
Yeah. He's real mad.
That's cold-blooded.
Dude, he genuine. But he's like the son of a
How about a
famous.
little honey mustard or something to hold me over? A couple of fries.
Dude, I saw today actually that there's a black market now for McDonald's food in Russia.
Sure.
And someone was selling a Big Mac on like their equivalent of Craigslist for $40.
It's like Cheeseburger Eddie in the longest
Well,
show.
I guess people like went and bought them all and then froze them, knowing that they were about to lose McDonald's.
Yeah.
So
That's something you would do.
I would not fucking freeze McDonald's.
What do they know? The Russians don't know anything. They think that the guys are in there as heroes, right?
That's what they're being told. Yeah, that's kind of the line. Is
How does that still work?
Well, I mean, I think it's coming to light now. Yeah.
Well, the
A little bit.
one, it's like you can't even. People are scared to say anything. Like,
but you can't go on. You live in Moscow. You can't go on Twitter and find out what the real tea is.
No, well, as of I believe tomorrow,
The real tea. Yeah, they're cutting down the internet.
They're as of tomorrow or even today, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all gone. It's like China style. Like there's none. China.
Wait,
doesn't
who's doing that?
The Russian government.
Russia.
Damn.
Yeah, just like China. Like
Nah,
China
everything's
doesn't
cool.
have-
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, kind of.
What the hell's the Ukraine? Keep it moving.
Yeah, they're sort of saying it's unrelated. They go, "Why are you shutting down the internet?" They go, "We were going to do that anyway. It's just weird timing."
Scheduled.
It's a
maintenance.
coincidence, I swear.
Crazy
Scheduled.
that they can get away with that shit.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, there's.
they throw you in prison if you go, hey, I don't like this.
Did
And
you
they
see
go,
that woman she had a blank sign
Yeah.
at a protest?
Yeah.
Like just holding a blank piece of fucking poster
She
board,
was
and
just
they
like, she
arrested
didn't know
her.
which one she was going to.
She had a marker in her pocket ready to fill
Well,
it out.
there was they showed today some woman who she's so fucked, but she went on their like state newscaster, and the woman's like reading the news, but obviously all like the propaganda news, and then she just like walks behind her and holds like a sign that says "No war," and you're like, oh.
Yikes.
So,
She'll
isn't
be at the
that,
fingernail factory for a couple of days.
but isn't that if you're a Russian, isn't kind of saying, "Oh, we don't want war"? Isn't that what they're saying? They're like, "Hey, we don't want war either. We just give us what's ours, and then we'll move on."
Yeah, I'm not like no. You're new.
Yeah, you're jumping a couple of steps.
Well,
there.
here saying you don't want war is almost like picking a side.
Yeah. No. They're if anything against Putin, it's like you're like, yeah, it's bye.
Putin.
Interesting.
Little beady-eyed
Poutine.
fucker.
Putin.
This is what apparently Putin, this is one Putin thing, is that I didn't know this, but he apparently has like a bunch of kids from different marriages and stuff like that. He's been getting out there.
I mean, if you were the richest man in the world, you would too.
You think he's the richest man in the world?
Fuck,
sure.
He is 100%
Yeah.
the richest man in the world. That's
Really?
the funniest. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
all
he's just
those.
got a bunch
I've
of
always said this,
plugs.
but all those lists that come out and they go, "Here are the 100 richest people in the world." The 100 richest people in the world, not on those lists.
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, they're like the families who are like they don't want people to know this.
And even on top of that, there's even the really rich people. There is that wealth management component of it where you go, first of all, you have 6 kids and uncles and aunts, and they all own a portion of it just for straight up.
Yeah, it's all been dispersed.
They
and
give
it's
it
all
the-
sitting in trust somewhere.
Yeah, and you give people estates, but you go, you're the only one that can control it. So essentially, they own it technically, only technically.
Yeah.
I used
That's
to-
why they were trying with the sanctions to go after the oligarchs because they're holding all of his money.
Yeah, and
You
they
know what
are. They're fucking.
Nick Cannon ain't one of the richest guys in the world. I can
Which
tell
is
you
sort
that.
of funny, though, if you were just
One
like,
of the funniest though. Wowing out gets me.
when if your government starts like basically a war and then all of a sudden they're taking away your boats from other countries and you go, what do I have to do with all this?
Well, I mean, pretty much you go just because I'm friends with him, you're like just
Or even
seizing
not
my-
friends with them.
seizing my property.
They're for sure friends with them.
Well, I mean,
there's no
sure.
way there's a guy who has a $500 million boat and isn't boys with
That
Putin.
boat's
Well-
sick, though. You see that one boat that has a missile defense system on it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking sweet.
It looks like a shoe.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'd say
Take
he's
that,
friends with
Jay-Z.
them the way that you go, oh, I'm, any Mark Zuckerberg's going to be like palling around with whoever's in government because otherwise you're screwed.
this is different because they got all their money because when the Soviet Union ended,
those guys
they
actually-
It was all
go-
like,
dude,
let's all work
They
together.
go, look, like the
Yeah.
government of
yeah.
the government owns a fucking gold mine, and they go, okay,
Yeah.
we got to give this to somebody,
Yeah.
who gets it, and
Yeah,
then
you take it, you
they
hang on
literally-
to it, I
yeah,
get
you
20%.
exactly, and you kick
Vladimir
down
gets
money.
40%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically the love child's 18, and she was on social media, and then everyone was
The kid's 18 or the wife?
the kid's
mom?
18, and the kid's kind of fit too.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why are you sure? You think?
Well,
Putin's
he would-
sexy?
he would
think
disappear
Putin's
her.
fucking banging fucking
You think the girl
crack
is
out
hot?
3s and 4s? Yeah.
It's good genes.
This guy's closing on fucking Moscow 12s.
Oh, 100%.
So she's pretty hot, and she's been out there like being on TikTok and social media. She has like a couple 100K followers, so nothing to write home
What's she
about.
saying?
but-
Against her dad or for her dad?
Oh, she doesn't really do that stuff. She's just kind of like my new purse that I got and stuff like that. Because the mom's super rich from the payouts and stuff like that.
and her mom was what, like a cleaner or something?
The mom's a cleaner, and now she owns like half
like
of
a
Russia.
billionaire.
Yeah, she's got a gold mine. Literally.
Yeah. Here's a steel smelter.
She actually does. So she right now she owns a part of a Russian bank.
Yeah. Olga's Bank or something. It's
I
probably
bet you
called.
alimony in Russia with the oligarchs is probably real funny. I have an earth mover? What the fuck is that?
That's how you
I
sort
gotta
of
take
work.
this to school?
Yeah, you get a high powered job.
No, that's the oldest thing
Thanks
in
for
the
the
book.
MiG-29, Dad.
You've never seen that in America, where it's like you start as the janitor, you work your way up to sort of manager of the other janitors, then they put you in charge of the banks. Everyone knows that.
It's a lateral move.
Wasn't that Will Smith movie? Isn't that how that happened?
What I don't get is, and I know he's a completely different animal, but I wouldn't be able to deal with the fact I want to keep all I want to take over Ukraine, I want to be in control, knowing that all those people don't want, he's like the boyfriend nobody wants to be with.
I guess it depends on where in Russia.
Well,
Some
he
of them are
thought
pumped
that
about
they
it.
would be very welcoming.
He thought they'd be
fuck
more
outta
stoked.
here.
Well, there's a lot of Russian people in Ukraine who are like, we want to be in Russia. So then, not like a crazy amount, but there's a percentage of them. He just
Sure.
thought he was
I
going to
watched
walk in,
the
and they were going to be like,
documentary.
thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, no, then the
Ukraine
Stone?
under fire, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was awesome, but I mean, whatever. It's just kind of a different side of it. But if his side is very, U.S. meddled, like nonstop and all this sort of stuff, right? But if you look on the internet, every review now, but it came out 3 years ago, and there's all these reviews from this month being
Saying
like
it's
Russian propaganda, all this
100%,
stuff, right?
yeah.
It's funny.
Anything is Russian, dude. Anything that just like even goes against the narrative in any way, you go, oh, you're a Russian shill.
Yeah, but it's funny that there are all the reviews. If you look before, like pretty good film, very informative, and then like as of a month ago, every review
Wait,
is
what
like
movie
this is
is
actually
Trashing it.
Oliver Stone's Ukraine Under Fire.
burning.
Oh, really?
Ukraine on fire.
Does everybody like Netflix delete this? Why are you keeping this up?
Kind of thing, yeah.
Wait, they're saying Oliver Stone is
It's on Amazon.
is working with the Russians?
Well, YouTube took it down, and this is one of those things that other people probably said this, but it really was. I wasn't, in the huge hurry to go cruise through every single Ukraine doc ever made. Obviously, you want to know what's up, but then YouTube made a big stink, and they're taking it down from places. You go, all right, well, this is the one to watch.
Yeah,
then.
now I want to see it. Yeah.
He made it like 4 years ago. It was about their like a revolution uprising they had in 2014.
There is some crazy stuff. Like there's this one guy that was it wasn't Ukraine, it was Georgia, I think, or whatever. But he basically he was embezzling all this money or whatever. And then he came back to America, and then America put him in charge of another country. And they're like, this is the guy that he was basically like embezzling money. I don't know enough to say, but there's these wild things where people that were like petty, political criminals in other countries, then they just move him to a new country and gave him
Sure.
some
Kind of
pretty
sounds like
high
the
job.
Catholic Church. Kind of how they do that. They're moving you around to a new gig.
Three card Monty.
Nah, I'm over at St.
Have you
Pete's
heard?
now.
It's like, have you heard my
Everything's
rap?
cool. Kids know how to keep their mouth shut over there.
It was kind of that. Anyways, the love child, basically, she stopped posting anything because everyone was on her thing being like, yo, tell your dad to cut it out, right?
Your dad's lame, dude.
Your dad stinks.
Your dad sucks. They started moving people in, though. I saw the thing today was they had a mayor of whatever city they took over. There's a video of like fucking 6 armed guys just leading this mayor out of his building. And like 3 hours later, some lady like, yeah, I'm the new mayor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
it.
They're
Everything's
just installing new governments. and-
Puppet regimes. That's power. I like
people
that.
think that they put the gag or that Putin put the gag on her, so that's the vibe on the internet. People think,
But she doesn't even admit.
People
openly.
said word came down from up top that she had to cut it out with her Instagram shows.
Imagine that's like he's
Hey,
dealing
2
with
stories
he's
a day,
dealing
that's
with
it.
all this shit, and then he has to just call up his like illegitimate
Yeah.
one of his daughters, be like, "Yo,
Listen,
can
Natasha,
you fucking
please.
just chill on the post
Daddy's trying to
right
take
now?"
over the country, okay? Stop.
Because I'm trying to take over all of Europe. Can you just chill for a minute?
Give me a minute,
Do
please.
you guys think he makes a harder move after? So let's say he did roll through and it was nice and easy.
Well, you know what the
I
scary
don't
thing is
think so,
they had
but-
some missile went off.
I don't think it's been nice and easy.
They had a
thus
missile
far.
go off 10 miles away from the Polish.
From
Yeah,
border.
they were
yeah.
hitting that airfield.
Well, they're trying, and you're like, imagine. I don't know if I'm sure their range is like their range of error is not that small, but like, dude, they accidentally just fucking fire a missile into Poland, and you're like, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like we're just like it's game on.
Do you think it's total commitment after that? We just start
You have
lobbing?
to, I think you have to. I think there's no choice. If they fire a missile in some NATO country, it's just like, all right.
I mean, they say they have 6,000 nukes.
Yeah, but America has fucking 20,000.
Yeah.
No, they actually have more than us.
No. America has the most.
No,
Really?
Russia does, yeah.
that's-
Actual warheads,
that's not
they
good.
do. No, yeah, but it's like, how many of those work?
Yeah. And where are they from?
They
Yeah.
told us that bullshit because I'm 46, so they told us that bullshit in the 80s. And then you find out when the curtain came down, when they were doing those May Day parades, they were all filled with fucking pinball parts. Like back
Yeah,
in the
yeah, it was
none
all
of that,
for
none
show.
of that shit worked.
All for show.
And not to mention, you saw them roll in with that first wave a couple weeks ago. Their equipment was dog shit.
Yeah.
They
Right.
were driving around in like things from MASH.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They had a lot
old
of
trucks and shit.
Yeah, it is a lot of old
That was
stuff.
like
Get the fuck
did
outta
you see
here.
Trump on Full Send, and he was saying, he's like, well, I was in office. He's like, I upgraded. He's like, I renovated all of our nukes. He's like, so now we have all the best nukes.
Did
Like,
he?
Yeah, he was on this podcast basically being like, yeah, we got all the
Gave him
fucking
a
top.
paint job and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
he said he
Spit Chinese
he
bad
legit said he
boys.
renovated the nukes.
I
Like it was a
renovated.
fucking kitchen.
Look at those 20s on that nuke.
New
They're
stainless
spitting.
steel appliances on that bad boy.
Put a spoiler on a couple of them.
That's
Plays
crazy.
Euro trash music as it goes.
Yeah,
The final countdown.
I think he's full of shit. He's not gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not gonna start lobbing nukes.
No. I don't. I mean, unless he.
And
just,
I think even if he did throw one, I don't think everybody.
Did
would
you see
just
they're
throw
saying
in.
he has roid rage?
He's all juicing.
People are saying that he's all roided up now because he's getting old and
Sure.
because he had those shirtless photos on the horses and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got to keep that going. So now people are like, oh, maybe this is just roid rage.
This guy's all jacked up on D-ball. Get this kid an Eddie. Slow him down a little bit, will you?
Putin's geared up. Well, speaking of things that may not be true, Smollett, you guys obviously saw this,
Jesus.
Smollett. But I actually thought when I saw the stuff that I was like, I kind of actually like him now.
I thought that was all over. I thought he was already in jail or
So,
something.
you know,
yeah,
he
his
basically,
sentence,
the sentence happened and he did the whole thing where he sort of came out and he goes, if they try to kill me, I'm not suicidal.
who
I'm an
would try to
innocent
kill
man.
him?
And there are still people out there being like, we need to free this guy or whatever. And honestly, after that whole display, I walked away being like, you have to hand it to him. Going down with the lie to
Oh,
this
yeah.
degree.
Oh, yeah.
Full blown crazy.
Well, she's turning it into a conspiracy when nobody ever thought it was like nobody's ever claimed there's any sort of conspiracy angle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like out of nowhere to be. It's like he's ultimately in there for like a fucking like a parking ticket or you know what I mean.
150 days.
And he's being like, if someone kills me, it's like, dude, no one's trying
you know
to
how
kill.
many guys are
It was
gonna-
you and two guys you used to jerk off with. That's all it was.
What does he know? Yeah.
There's gonna be
deny
so
it
many
till the
guys in
end.
there who just like can't get the boot off their car. That's why they're
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's
county
like
jail.
there's
And he's
like
yeah, I did this in a crime hoax.
it's insane to think that like to make it seem like it's bigger than it is.
Is he still saying that it was real?
Oh, 100% is real.
And he goes, "This is all like racism, homophobia, everything is all the reason why he's going."
Said
to jail."
Islamophobia. I'm not even Islamic, but some people might think that I am.
But I might convert, and if I do,
I might convert.
Kill myself.
Oh,
I didn't kill myself.
Oh, he's coming out of jail full fucking Oz style, like.
Well, he's basically, but they put him in the psych ward too, right?
Nice.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
But I would do the same thing.
Well, maybe. Well,
See,
here's
that was one thing I was wondering about this-
Let me
that.
back up a bit. You said he's crazy, and if you think about it, he knows that he didn't do it. So how would he be crazy? Unless the only way he's crazy if he actually convinced himself he believes this happened, which he doesn't. So I'd say it's all still part of a show.
Which I
Also-
think would make you crazy if you have that level of commitment
Yeah.
to be like, I'm going to make this
Right.
speech like Epstein styles, you know, like that's
Also,
like there's these huge government factors.
You don't think he
working.
walks away and he's like, honestly, I'm pretty sure they bought that one.
I don't think so. No, I think he's literally
Suckers.
Dude, you are such a good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
like, or maybe this is all just like for his reel or something. You know what I mean? When he gets out, he's like, listen,
He walked away and he goes, moron.
calls his agent. How did it look?
would you rather do 150 days in solitaire, which I assume
Solitaire.
isn't that what they call it?
Solitary.
Oh, solitaire.
Solitaire is the card game, which you probably play in solitaire.
I got to play Uno for 200 days? Or would you rather fucking say you're crazy and spend
Crazy's
100
the
days in the
move.
psych ward?
Well, that's-
You're
I
laying in
honestly
bed,
thought the-
jello, watching TV.
Yeah, get some
Yeah.
Valium for a couple of
Yeah, a
weeks and
couple
then
of
go, oh,
meds.
I'm good.
Totally. You just wake up, you go, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
That way you're also like a victim when you get out. You have like, oh, I was off my meds. This
Yeah.
doctor did this. Now I'm good.
Yeah.
Now you have like the rebuilding story.
I still didn't do it, but I was.
I still didn't do it, but
Yeah.
I would definitely, yeah.
What about the other two dudes? Did they get arrested?
The other two dudes are fucking cooking still. They didn't. I think they never got caught,
I
right? They're not part of it.
They testified against
They
him.
probably got like some sort of
they had something.
Some
They
sweetheart
still
deal.
participated in this like fake hate.
They rolled on him.
It's also
Yeah, yeah.
sort of funny to think that
Like
'cause
Ryan did with those guys that were.
Yeah, exactly.
If,
It's funny you brought this story up,
Yeah,
you
no
narc.
kidding.
if him and his
Oh, rat
boy,
face Ryan
If I get
over
kicked
there.
out of my apartment, I didn't do it.
I'm crazy.
I am not suicidal.
There's nobody fighting outside the whole time.
So, buddy, just pay the fine and get out of here.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor, dude.
That's you guys checking through my bag, finding pepper spray. I go, don't look at it.
Yeah, pepper spray in a Subway sandwich.
You ever
None of
have
your
pepper
business.
spray? You pepper spray guys?
No, I obviously do it just, because if you're going to be pepper spraying everyone and carrying around, you need to know.
You gotta know how it
feels
feels.
like. Yeah,
We tased in college. Somebody came to a party with a
hazing.
taser.
Yeah,
One
hazing.
One of my
tase
boys.
each other's balls, then you suck the balls. Classic. Yeah, we've all been there.
They got to blow them now.
And you're sitting there, and like after enough beer, you're like, after
Give me one.
the 9th game of beer pong, you're like, all right, dude, fucking zap me, and it is not fun.
Well, you went for it.
Oh yeah, we all did.
Where'd you get tased?
Just in the arm, and you fall, like you just
Yeah,
and then
it's just,
drop.
like short circuits your
Yeah,
body.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
like,
we did the dog collar. You ever did the dog collar?
What?
No, you guys
like
invisible.
the electric fence.
You guys
Put
are-
it, you put one on?
You put one around your neck.
Oh, but it's an actual dog collar.
yeah,
It's the electric one though.
Yeah.
it's for the electric fence that people put in their yards. You guys don't have them up there?
Yeah, we got that. We don't
Yeah.
have tasers though. They're illegal.
Really?
And pepper spray. Yeah.
Wow. No,
Pepper spray's illegal.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have any of that shit in Canada.
What about bear spray? You gotta have bear
bear spray? You can have. Yeah, I think so.
Like if you're at a gay club or whatever.
Get him.
Old Bay's illegal up in Canada.
Is that Frank's hot sauce? Get out of here, you
chips are
hoser.
too
Frank's
spicy
Red
there.
Hot is the actual line.
That's
where
the
they
line.
go,
That's a 3 to
anything
5.
with more Scoville units than Frank's Red Hot. Illegal.
You get wrapped up.
Is that crystal? Get in the cage. No, you put it on your neck when you walk in front of the TV. It triggers it. The
Why?
dog collar. I don't know. Because
So people are putting it on their dogs to, train their dogs, and then they're just getting zapped right and left
right in
for
front
being
of
around the TV.
front of the TV. That's why the dogs never go near the TV. But we used to get drunk, put it on, and push each other in front of the TV. It was a good time.
That sounds fun.
would-
But that's
that
not
sounds like a lot of ladies
That's
were at
nothing
this
like the
party.
electricity of a taser.
No,
No, the tasers were no fun. It was like the cattle prod type one.
I was loving the idea that at the institution, it's all guys that are just lying to be crazy. Like it's, so basically it's the funnest place to be is the insane asylum because every guy's just like, the guards come in, everyone goes, and everyone goes, the CIA are watching me. And then they walk away and everyone's like, all right, are you up for cards? Or,
That'll be incredible. They put him in the fucking psych ward, and it's him and actually Jeffrey Epstein, but they don't tell anybody. And then he gets out. He goes, Jeffrey Epstein was in there. Goes,
Sure he was.
You really are crazy, huh?
Clinton came to see him every day. I swear to God. Lying again, Jesse.
Dude, he goes, can't get help for you in that fucking psych ward.
150 days though. That's something to shake a stick at.
By the way, is that trash Frank's Red Hot? Do you find that garbage?
Oh, I love it.
That is a Canadian thing, right?
No.
Oh, well, people here seem to not use it the way that people from Toronto use it. Like that was the motto. It's where I put that shit on everything. Right?
Yeah, that's their slogan now.
Yeah,
still,
they have that in America.
Oh, I didn't say they don't have it here.
Oh.
It felt like I've never met people. Whereas, here's a perfect example. When you go to a pizza shop, I feel like where I'm from, it's everywhere. When you go to a pizza shop here, they have the more Tabasco versions.
Yeah, it's rarely out at places like restaurants. That's not the hot sauce you're really going to get somewhere.
It's not as popularized.
No. Although I went for brunch yesterday, and they gave it to us as the hot sauce. So
There you go.
yeah, that's.
But is
I
that,
like the tapas stuff.
well, here's the thing that
The lady with the
chalupa.
Oh yeah. The little the
Chipolato
Mexican lady?
or something?
with the little
Yeah.
with the wooden
Yeah.
top.
That's
with
all
the wooden
right.
top.
That's
Yeah,
all
that
right.
stuff's solid.
Wooden Top's fine. Frank's Red Hot sauce is way better. I don't know why anyone thinks Tabasco's better than that.
I thought you hate hot sauce. You're
I
like-
don't. I do, but I like Frank's Red Hot. It's not that hot.
Company man.
That's the whole thing. I used to fry it.
This guy literally, you put black pepper on his food. He goes like, "That's the spiciest thing I've ever eaten." in
I
my
don't
life."
like
Anybody
it.
got a glass of milk?
That's actually true.
What am I on hot ones here? What's going on?
He's sweating. Oh God!
Yeah, right. That is honestly Ryan on Hot Ones. Go, okay, we're gonna eat a pepper wing, lemon pepper wing. Ryan's like, woo!
Dude, relax. It's just celery. Take it easy.
I'm eating the bread that's sitting there for if you get too hot, and I go, "Oh, okay, let's take a break." They
Ryan's
go,
dipping it just right in the milk.
How many more do we have? We haven't started yet, Ryan.
I've actually done that a lot of times where I got too hot and had to go run to the fridge and put the bread in my mouth and then just like you never done that where you go, I ball up the bread and do a full bread in my mouth and then
Well, that doesn't actually work. You need
It does
dairy.
work.
No dairy. That works temporarily, but dairy
Temporary
actually
is good enough at the time.
Dairy
It's
actually
very true.
removes the shit from your mouth.
Yeah, I don't
that's
fuck
why the
with it.
Indian food they put the yogurt on the plate, right?
Yeah.
That's a different heat, though. That's stronger.
I know.
You get like a hot tikka masala, fucking turn your lights out.
I actually ruin my whole day. Like if I get too into any hot stuff, it'll ruin my week potentially.
Yeah,
It's
me
a
too.
real problem for me.
One time actually at an Indian place in Toronto, I was eating, it was something like one of those dishes, and there was one of those, like, you know, the spiciest pepper I've ever eaten in my life, but it was hidden in the dish, and I was all high and I was like eating it, and I like was eating fast, and I just like didn't chew it, and I bit down on the pepper once and then just like swallowed it, and it was the hot, I was like, holy fuck, and then I burped and it came back up, and so it was like again the hottest thing. It was, oh man, it was fucking.
I did. I went to Fight Club with it was Mike Harrington, I believe. You were there, right? And they had some. What was it? Do you remember?
It was Fight Club during the pandemic on a rooftop in Brooklyn.
What was the food?
And so they were like, we're making barbecue skewers for like all the comics. And so it was Corinne. They were like, they made Corinne Fisher these shrimp skewers, right? And so she didn't show up. So they were like, do you want them? And they did shrimp skewers and then like ghost peppers for some reason,
fuck?
even though she didn't tell anybody.
You can't just wing
They were
that.
just going to dose her?
Oh, they didn't tell anybody, and it was dark. So they go, Ryan, Danny, do you guys want these? Because like she didn't, and we go, sure. And we bite down, and I thought I was eating a scallop. Like honestly, I thought I was eating a scallop, and then we were, dude, it was like
Maybe the worst moment of my life.
I
You know,
would've
nose
freaked out.
running, eyes running. We're like running around trying to just like find anything.
Somebody get me bread.
Buddy, it was actually probably the worst thing in my life. I was like, what the is this a fucking prank?
Yeah, I'd
It's
have been
insane.
pissed.
I'm walking around grabbing people's drinks and, you know, spraying them in my face. It was crazy. And then you go, you were going to give these to Corinne?
Yeah, it's
You
fucked up.
psychopath.
She would have.
Dude, I've never experienced hotness like that. It was
Yeah, that was-
And then the one guy who goes, oh, I'm the guy who eats hot sauce, that David guy, he goes, oh, I eat hot sauce, whatever. He goes, I don't care. He took one bite and then he started running around and he couldn't handle it.
I hate that guy.
Those guys stink.
Those guys that like that's
Those
their
guys
badge
stink.
of honor.
I could do
of
it,
like,
dude.
I got 3,000. You're like, dude, just shut up. It's not a skill.
I had a hot sauce New Orleans one time. It was 5,000 Scovilles. No big deal.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Buddy, I have a bunch of friends like that their whole deal is they eat hot stuff. And you go, so you've never enjoyed anything you eat. They're sitting there with the extra hot wings. They go, yeah, no, it's great. More hot sauce. You go, you hate this. Who's this for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Not
don't
good.
enjoy it. We don't think you're cool for doing this.
The fact, but they think think you think they're cool, which is the saddest thing in all of existence.
Yeah.
It's
Also-
like, well, how little respect do you have for me to think I'm going to be impressed that you eat hot stuff? It's crazy to me.
And they just need the spice to feel something. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
There's that too, where they go like, this is really like.
Dude, I used to work at a wing place, and they had like 30 different spices, like all the way up. And the last one was it was suicide, which was like really hot, then homicide, and you had to sign
a waiver.
You
It's
had
a
to sign a
waiver.
waiver.
It's always those. It's always suicide, homicide.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, like fucking
Just give me the statutory rape and
3 alternate side parkings. You got to go heavy, you know. But dude, every fucking weekend, some guy and his jerk off buddies would come in and be like, "He's gonna do the homicide." I'm like, it's the same as a suicide. Well, nobody knows. Just
Oh,
fucking-
there was a place in Toronto that had that where you have to sign the waiver, and then they put your name up on like the board for
Yeah.
life. And we had a buddy who did it. He did 44 of them, and he's like, I didn't shit properly for a week.
man, I tear your butthole.
It's also like, I don't know how official those waivers were because I was 15 and I was the one, like, I didn't have legal authority to be like, sign
Yeah,
this, to enter into an agreement of no,
Do you guys
of,
have
no
like a notary,
of not pressing charges.
notary on staff?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm 14. I didn't check your ID or anything.
Put your wing sauce stamp here. Where'd you guys get the old beer cans?
They're all props. We have a prop department.
Pretty sweet.
This guy.
Well, so this was the controversy on the show a little bit, is basically that my favorite meal is a cheese dream, and some people
What's
have
a
been,
cheese dream?
They, triple brackets, have been calling it.
Ryan, explain to them what the cheese dream is.
This is some Tim Hortons.
So this is when I said you guys
no,
were...
don't besmirch Tim Hortons.
When I said you guys were coming on, a lot of
Yeah.
people wanted us to get to the bottom of the cheese dream debacle.
Lay it on us.
Yeah.
So basically, a cheese dream is a piece of toast and then like American cheese, like processed.
Okay.
One slice of that. Then you take wieners and you chop up the wieners and you put them on top of the
I mean, a
American.
hot dog?
Again,
dog
nobody
wieners.
says wieners, Ryan.
But you all know what a wiener is,
Canadians
right?
are
He
kooky.
literally
I
just,
know.
no, I don't say wieners. Don't let me in with this shit.
I had to put it together. I figured it was a Canadian
But
thing.
he told this before, and I go, nobody says wieners. It's hot dogs. And he goes, wieners.
Well, he thinks that. Well, in my opinion, the hot dog includes the bun. So So
No.
okay, so what? Okay, so but think about
That's
No.
the craziest
What doesn't
thing
make
I've
sense?
ever heard.
What I'm
That's
saying.
what I said.
No, what I'm saying
Your
makes
Honor,
sense.
if there is no bun, is it still considered a wiener?
Okay, so when you go to a place, do you go to them and you go, "Hey, I'd like to order one hot dog, and then could you put a bun on it, please?" Or do you just
No, but
say,
same thing. I
wanna-
would say, let me get a hamburger. You know it's coming on a bun.
Well, but
You
yeah,
wouldn't say,
but
oh, don't forget to include the bun on this.
No, you don't fuck me like last time.
yeah, but you
Bunless burger.
no, but you also don't call the patty. You call it a patty, not a hamburger.
It's a hamburger.
No, call it a hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger.
Okay, so if I go,
Let me get 8 frozen hamburgers. That doesn't insinuate that they're on a
A
patty.
patty is a shape.
it doesn't
It's
say.
like patty's like the
Yeah,
shape.
patty's a shape.
If you go buy 8 frozen hamburgers, the bun's not in there.
Okay, so what are
But they're still
What are
hamburgers.
wieners then?
Nobody
Hot
says
dogs.
wieners.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
But you-
made up a word, and now we have to defend it.
It's like
So
a
you all
cute-
knew what I was
dude,
talking
it's like
about
a
then.
Wieners
cutesy
are thing that 8-year-old kids draw in their
Yeah, it's
school
like a
books.
cutesy thing your mom said when you were a child that you
Yeah.
just carried on into your 30s. Nobody says
I just thought that was
wieners.
Canadian innocence,
No,
to be honest with you.
no. The Canadians do not say
A lot of people say wieners.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they're all under 7.
yes.
Can you cut my wieners?
Yes.
Pickies and wee-wees.
Okay, what about Oscar Mayer wiener? Did I just imagine that, or is that a thing?
I'll give you that.
I'll give you that. Yeah, sure.
But the
That song
nomenclature
was
is
written in
hot
the
dog.
70s, though.
Well, so anyways, a hot dog without the bun.
No, that was the hot dog cooked.
So you basically get a hot dog. You don't have the bun on it, so I have to
Do you
keep
cook the- do you
reiterating
pre-
for our viewers who
Do
don't
you cook
think
the hot dog?
Pre-cooked the hot dog?
No, you can do that, but sometimes what I would do is put the hot dog, because depends on how, if you want the hot dog more cooked. So sometimes you put the hot dog in for 10 seconds, then you
In the
clip it
microwave.
up in the microwave.
Okay.
You clip it up, you put it on the bread that has the cheese on
Are
it.
you using scissors to cut it or a knife?
knife? I got
Okay.
knife. Yeah.
Butter knife.
You made that
though.
noise.
It's nothing sharp.
And then we put the hot dog wieners on top of the cheese, and then you put the whole thing in the microwave, or if you're classy, you put it in the toaster oven.
Okay. Is the bread toasted to begin
Yeah,
with?
I like to toast the bread.
You toast the bread first, put the cheese on it, put your cut up weenies
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and then put that whole thing in the microwave and or toast.
And it's called a cheese dream.
Who made that up?
Everyone knows that.
His mother. I've never
Yeah,
heard of that.
that's not
You
a
ever heard of
thing.
that before? Of course.
No, that was
Until I
people-
met Ryan now.
To be honest,
Like if I Google cheese dream as an episode of this show,
Yes,
going to come up, it's not
100%.
going to. It's not going to be in Wikipedia.
We are the first 5 pages of Google about cheese
for
dream.
cheese dream.
No,
you got a
because
good
She would
SEO
put
guy.
sleeping pills on it to make you go to sleep. Just called it a cheese dream.
That's what you
Just
do.
to shut
That's
you
what you
up.
do to get a dog to take medicine.
Yeah. Honestly,
Wrap it
my
up in
dog,
cheese and
my
bread.
dog, I don't think would eat that.
A Seroquel dream.
He's a very picky eater.
he thinks he's very classy, right? He goes, I would never, it doesn't.
I would eat
have
it.
caviar
I'm
on
not
it.
saying I'm not classy because
No,
I'm
that
eating
sounds-
it.
it sounds
the fact
pretty
that you
good.
I
gave
get-
this
yeah.
insane
It's a-
name, cheese dream.
I can
Yeah.
picture being at a really fancy party and them having mini cheese dreams on a platter kind of thing.
Where? Where's this happening? You and Jussie Smollett? Yeah.
I could definitely picture
That's
that.
prison food.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
do you ever
That's
watch
what they
prison
make-
TikToks?
yeah. Oh, yeah,
And they
yeah.
go like, we're making all this like prison food, but with our like.
I
you know,
should
we
be
don't
so
have
lucky to
all
go to
these
prison.
We have like not a lot of resources because we're in prison.
Yeah.
And like that's like prison food.
I saw one that
huge.
was amazing. This guy was doing a cooking show after he got out of prison, and he showed how they made pizza. And they would take crackers, and they would put a little, like take cruckers, and they'd
Like a
Smash
lunch,
them up, right?
lunch
Crush
bowl.
them up. Water,
and
yeah.
then a little water, and make dough. I was like, that's
Dude, and they make
fucking
burritos and
Yeah,
shit where they
yeah,
make it in like a bag of chips and then they fucking like
They-
they
yeah,
water
yeah.
and then they heat it by the radiator.
Yeah.
Smart. Dude.
Sometimes, dude, have you ever seen them? They take a tin can, they put oil in it, and they take like a fucking battery
They
and some
take
wires,
battery with
and they
wires?
get the oil hot
Yeah.
like cooking so they can
They
deep
do
fry
oil and
shit.
water.
Really?
Yeah,
man.
yeah. They make
Seems
like their own
dangerous
pots.
too. It seems really
What if
dangerous.
they got to send up the river for a couple of
I mean,
days?
Jussie Smollett's probably learning all this stuff right now.
Well, basically the dream was the hot meal, and then he thinks it's not classy, and I was saying it's probably the best meal in the world.
I mean, it's your favorite food.
I
No,
get that it's
not,
good, but
though.
it is.
It's not my
that's trashy.
It's actually not my favorite.
When's
food.
the last time you made one?
Pretty recently. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I make
Wow.
them. I currently still do make them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you
what he's not telling you is that he had a bout of COVID and he still has not got his taste back. So he just
You know when it
eats
really
anything.
gets trashy? If you start making them on things other than bread, like whatever bread-like substances you have.
Sure,
If
been
you have-
there.
right?
Been
Tortilla.
there.
Yeah, tortilla at the top of a hamburger bun, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. That's when it starts to get a little.
I can see you
trashy.
doing the
Heel
top
of
of
the
a
bread.
hamburger on, and you don't even do it like you do it on the actual top, the cheese. On
Yeah,
top.
just-
It's
yeah,
like-
just-
you're like with like the
Don't even
actual-
turn it over.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
turn it over properly.
A waffle, maybe. That's what it starts.
Although I've seen people have asked us about that exact thing, where if you make a grilled cheese using a hamburger bun, is it trashy? The answer is yes, but they do it inverted. So the brown part's on the inside. So when they toast it, it's still like toasting regular bread.
That would actually be
Pretty
better
nice.
than
Yeah.
if you had
So the
to
top
do
and
it.
the bottom are on the inside.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you had to do it, that would be the way. Just
Yeah.
'cause
So it's
you'd
then
get the-
flat. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And it's flat. Yeah.
That's pretty classy.
Well, that one. Then my top meal that I would actually eat would be popcorn. So that's probably what I would say I put to popcorn.
one time
on top
we
of
were
cheese.
doing
Sounds like
a-
you're like a third grader's birthday
That's
party.
your
Oh, no,
top
he-
meal. Your top meal's pop.
Yeah, like last meal. If I got one thing, it'd be like, get me
Anything in the world. They'd go to fucking Il Molino and get you whatever you're
Well,
going.
they wouldn't. They'd have to go to Cineplex or
But
they have to
you're
go to
still going.
Regal.
Yeah. Go to
There's
the
a movie house in
AMC.
Toronto. You got to go up there.
Dude, one time we were doing
They'd
a,
be going to AMC's
podcast
where they'd be going.
during COVID. We were doing a podcast on Zoom, and he just started eating fucking white like Wonder Bread, and he was dipping it into just like Tostitos salsa,
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I'll dip it in raw tomato sauce.
Damn.
cold,
That's nasty.
just cold.
What's what you
I was expecting they'd be on my side here, kind of.
I feel so vindicated. These guys
No,
are
it's
like,
crazy.
man, like we know this is
Popcorn.
garbage.
My mom fucking gave me popcorn for dinner. I'd fucking lose it.
I'd love that, man.
So what about like, do you like
nuts.
Smart Pop with the cheddar? I'll
It's
give you
okay.
that.
No, a
It's
Smart Pop's
okay.
fine. That's a little higher class. Yeah, I'm more of a microwave popcorn second choice. First choice is straight from the movies. And I've done the thing where I order from Uber Eats or whatever the app like that has it is. You order movie popcorn from the
popcorn.
movie.
You can get movie popcorn.
do that?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
there was-
yeah.
during the pandemic, you couldn't go
Promotion,
to
it's-
so then they were like, "We'll just send you popcorn."
Oh, to like if
Just
you're like
for
for like a
something for
movie
them to
night type
do.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, so you order whatever. It's probably it's already a ripoff as is, but you ordering movie star popcorn I found is a hot
That I
tip.
respect.
Not bad, right?
That's all. Yeah, that's all right. But
I do pretzel nuggies at the movies.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to pretzel nuggets
What
and
is
cheese.
that? Auntie Annie's or Auntie?
No,
No, Aunt Annie's is all right.
Annie Ann's.
You guys have a version of that in Canada?
The
We
what?
do.
Uncle Bill's or
Uncle,
something.
yeah, Uncle Ray's.
I can't remember. What else is there here? There's
Everything's
Wetzel's
a
pretzels
firkin.
is here.
Russell's?
No,
Wetzel.
Wetzel's
I've
pretzels?
never.
That's here, right?
Yeah,
Or is
but
that
I.
Canada?
No, Wetzel's pretzels is here, but I don't think it's in the Northeast.
We
I think
have
it's-
some
I think
version.
it's out west
We
or
have
something.
honestly like some identical version of it. I
Okay,
don't even
yeah.
know what the pretzel company is in Canada, but we have one. And it's the same shit. It's just whatever pretzels
Yeah.
and hot dogs.
Every second
Wieners.
bar up there is a firkin. That's their big thing. The sword,
Firkin?
the sword and the firkin, the dagger.
Well, it's like
and
a
the
chain
firkin.
of Irish pubs. They're just
Firkins?
It's called.
I think there's some
Firkins.
off-market ones too.
Sounds like an evil wizard.
I know. I would never want to eat it anywhere called Firkins.
One other thing was as far as we talked about it a bit already, but the Kanye West Pete Davidson thing, not to go into it always, but there is pretty new good garbage updates.
I like how we're
that-
sliding around from World War III
I
to
know.
popcorn to this. This is
The
great.
cheese dream.
it sort of is the
like-
I mean, dude, when they drop the fucking nukes on us,
I'm
you're
going
gonna-
cheese
You're
dream.
gonna want that cheese dream recipe.
You
let me
might have
tell
your
you, 'cause-
last meal really
Yeah, 'cause
soon.
that's what we're gonna all be eating cheese dreams.
When we have a couple of minutes, how long do you think we would get? And did Russia have
They
missiles?
can't get it here. Can
You don't
they?
get what?
I think
They
Russia
can't get a nuke here.
They can.
I'm sure
Like
they
if
could.
they,
A
I
sub?
think, well, sub yes, but also I think if they could probably get one from Portugal if they like just took over all of Europe and got to. The
Well, I'm saying
very
yeah,
edge.
but they would have to like
But
they can't
we
launch
gotta
one
be able
now
to
from
knock 'em
Russia.
out. We got to be able to knock them out of the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, do you guys have cars? I honestly was thinking about it.
I'm gonna get in a car and I'm just driving.
Well, I was thinking about it a couple weeks ago when Putin goes, we're like initiating our nuclear defense thing, and that was the first time like nukes had been used. And I go, if there is like a nuclear attack on New York, like I'd be fucked. I can't get out of here because
Yeah.
every rental car would be taken, every plane, bus, plane.
you
would
wouldn't even be able to
booked.
get out of the city.
No, it's like everything would be booked. I'd just be stuck in fucking New York.
Danny's going to the GW on a razor.
I'd be like just get into the Canadian border, but I don't know how I'd be walking.
You have
Yeah.
fucking 2 rollerblades. We take one each, and then you sort of.
Fuck that.
Hold hands all the way.
Dude,
I didn't know they're Canadian because they're holding hands on rollerblades. Let them in, you idiot.
Yeah, is there anything more Canadian than that?
I don't think you're going anywhere. I think one detonates over Manhattan. I think that's a wrap.
I'm saying even if say they were like, yeah, because that's the problem too. Is this is the number one target
Sure.
in all of America? Is where we are,
Especially now that we're here, they know it's high profile.
This is
That's
ground zero
Take out the
of number one.
BOYSCAST.
Because if you can just make the podcasting center disappear.
The only thing I could say is maybe they get cozy with China, and then China nukes us from the west, and they
Yeah.
get LA first,
Well,
and
it's
then
funny. I don't mean to cut you off. There's a strong theory about that around April, the way shit really goes south is in April if China makes a move on Taiwan.
Yeah.
And the way they would do that is through a missile system. They have a certain amount of missiles, certain amount of rockets, and they would use those immediately to light up, like, you know, Hawaii, other places that we have like bases and like where the Pacific Fleet is. They would take Taiwan, and then they would immediately push us to go to a peace treaty, and the rest of the world would be like, fuck, we can't have these two fronts going. So they would force us into a peace treaty after they just, you know, rescaled the geo landscape.
Yeah, the whole the world order would just be totally. There'd be basically
That would be dicey.
Basically, with that scenario, is that Russia and China are now combined allies, and they're the new world order.
Yeah, but which wouldn't make sense. Why the fuck China's making money off us handy?
And then what? Just so if we want to, and then if you want to buy stuff in New York, now you're just paying with fucking renminbi.
Yeah,
but would they? I obviously think.
Anyways, if they take LA out first,
discussing this, by the way.
Whatever. If they take LA out though first, I'm fine with that.
But like, what's the?
No more spots at the store.
I do think there would. Why wouldn't they go after like Washington?
Washington State?
No, Washington D.C.
Oh,
like for like on an East Coast nuke, what do you really gain?
True.
You don't gain any sort of thing outside of New York.
Maximum fear / damage would be New York City. Plus, honestly, I think I could be wrong on this, but in terms of the nuclear fallout, I think DC would still be in radiations. Like DC would probably be ruined with radiation.
So. No. I think that's way too far. Yeah, because I remember at 9/11.
For the listener, we have no idea what we're talking about. Just nobody's aware of that.
I remember at 9/11 they were running all those scenarios of, you know, if a nuke dropped somewhere, and they were showing like here, you know, if it dropped in New York, like Philly wouldn't be that. Like there would be like radiation exposure, but it wouldn't be like
sort of like cockroaches.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're going to be like nuked, like, or you're going to be fucked instantly, but you probably
there'd be
like,
ramifications.
I think there'd be like nobody can live here for 5 years.
Oh yeah, maybe. But
I'm saying even like Phil, if they nuke New York, like you can't. Philly's not going to be inhabitable.
Yeah,
it'll be like the Chernobyl thing,
100%
times a fucking 100.
Yeah.
Or like
fuck me,
Hiroshima and all that stuff.
Well, I'll be living in Cleveland.
Everybody will be moving to
Denver's where you want to go, by the way. That's where you want to hold up. That's the last stand of civilization in America would be Denver.
They have tons of bunkers there too, right?
That's what they say.
That's Sudbury, Ontario as well, which is that or North Bay. One of them is they have a NORAD site there.
Really?
In Northern Ontario, yeah.
Those
and
are
they
so cool.
One of those two, and they have like crazy underground bunkers.
How's you doing? Stand up down there? 3 arms from the nuclear fallout.
Oh, you know that? Did you see that the comic who went on Tim Dillon's thing, the Ukrainian comic? He's probably doing some fucking sets in those bunkers right now.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had that guy on.
There's a big circuit of guys that go up to Antarctica and do the shows.
Is there really?
Yeah. And everyone's just fucking trash from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you guys have any thoughts on fucking your boy Pete Davidson? You guys got to know him.
I actually just spent a weekend with him right before he started dating.
It was you or him, right?
It was a toss up. I thought I'd put up a pretty good fight.
Obviously, after it went the other way, you couldn't hang out anymore. No, I just love today that the Kanye West posted. He goes, listen, like, this is the stuff they put on this is what my daughter has on her back. This is why I fight so hard for my family. They won't let me see her, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, Kim Kardashian posted underneath. She goes, stop saying this. You picked them up this morning.
I mean, I think...
I was like, hell yeah. Dude, you have to respect the guy.
I haven't checked it out, but is he, like, the poster child for men going their own way right now?
A little bit, yeah. I think he's... No, I'll tell you what. All of the hood pages that I follow are pretty pro Kanye West right now. They're all saying, like, yeah, dude, he's going to get her back. Pete don't understand.
Well, he's the one.
He's not fucking getting anybody
He's
back.
Controlling the narrative at this point.
He's crazy.
Just going...
I feel bad for him.
Listen, you guys don't have your ear to the ground in the hoods like I do, right? I'm telling you what's going on in the
I
hood
watch
meme
Hood
pages.
Clips, yeah. Hood Clips TV or whatever it is.
Hood pages thinks he's getting her back.
I mean, I don't know Pete Davidson at all, but, you know, I know people that know him. He seems like a fucking great guy.
Very
helps his
nice,
friends out.
sweet
I've met him a
kid.
couple of times. He seems really nice.
Yeah, fucking cool dude.
been always
What
nice.
do you want, man? Fucking kid's fucking cool.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one thing
Kanye's
that
fucking
happened,
crazy. Dude, first of all, Kanye is what, like 40-something?
He's like
Pete's in his 20s.
Yeah.
It's
Do you guys know that
I'm
guy?
Team Kanye.
You
Do you
guys
making
know
a
that
fool
guy,
of yourself.
Dave, who posted those texts?
Dave
yesterday?
Serious.
You serious?
Yeah, it's Kanye's boy. It's Pete's boy.
Why did he post those texts?
I think
That's
Pete
what
was
I'm
probably
saying.
like,
Oh, it's like post those?
They probably.
oh, they're best friends.
Oh, okay.
So there's no way he was
'Cause I
doing
saw-
that.
yeah, yeah, okay,
This
okay,
guy's
yeah.
buying into the propaganda.
No, I was just wondering.
I
like,
mean, I
was
saw that
Was
'cause-
did Pete actually was like, hey, can you post these for me?
Yeah, they probably had enough. I mean, just think, he's been nothing but nice to the fucking guy. You know, he's like even in those texts, he's like, "Hey, man, you know, I've been there.
Get help.
You're off your meds.
Sure,
Get your
but
shit
when you're
together, you have
saying
your
anything
family."
that you're saying, knowing that you're going to show it to everyone, all of a sudden doesn't count. That's like what the girls do. I mean, he does it too, but that is what girls do, where they go, they'll message people knowing that they're going to screenshot it and try to
I don't
fucking
think
show.
he did that. I think that was all just genuine.
Can you imagine you sent it to him, you go, hey, I just sent this, what do you think? And he goes, I'm going to fucking post this. And you go, what are you doing? You go,
my take
I
of
think
it
they
was that
just
it was
had enough.
after the fact.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was just
maybe
like,
it could have been after the fact.
that was
He
my
doesn't
take
need
of it.
that publicity or anything like that. Pete doesn't want any of that fucking drama.
I think they all like the drama.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't
You
know.
don't. Okay, you don't go. Oh, I don't like drama, and then you're exclusively kind of hanging out in the circles of, Instagram following people and stuff like that.
I know, but he doesn't have social
Yeah,
media.
he
He's not
doesn't.
posting social media. Like if you were
Now
into
he
the
doesn't,
drama,
yeah.
but dude, he hasn't.
So
in
does he
years.
have to get roped up into being on the Kardashian show now? Is that like part of the
Probably.
deal?
I mean,
is he's got to be like on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and shit?
I would assume so. I assume he's going to be on it. I don't know. I don't watch the
I've
program.
never seen an episode of it, but
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do if she was interested in you?
fucking
He'd be happy
make
with
her
that,
every
wouldn't you?
cheese dream I have.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, I think they've both done a pretty good job of not fighting back with the guy. The dude's obviously fucking crazy. He's off his fucking meds. He's sick. He's scarring his fucking kids. He's fighting with a fucking kid in his 20s on social media. It's like, you're a grown man. You're a fucking billionaire. You own your own business. It's like, grow the fuck up, man.
I'd say
Let
he's
it
a
go.
pretty sick dude. Probably
Yeah.
more on his team. I'm talking about Kanye.
Or pro Kanye over here.
These people that want you to believe the media narrative that Kanye's crazy, that just because he's a black man, you want to take him down.
Kanye's like probably an inch away from flying over Russia, just being like, I'm Russian.
That was the move
Going
for a
full
while.
fucking
He comes and
Seagal.
meets Putin.
No, when America didn't like people, that used to be the move for a while. You go, okay, they seem to like me pretty fine over here, don't they?
Yeah, and you go
Seagal
there.
did that. Sort of what Dennis Rodman did with Kim Jong-il. That
Gerard
is the thing. You go,
Depardieu.
you go find a guy over there, and you go, okay, well, this is you
I'll
treat
be
me.
cool here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
for sure.
Actually, that was the billionaire thing. On the garbage topic, apparently, this is something I do too. Me and Elon Musk were pretty similar in that way. Me, Kanye, Elon, just a couple of cool guys. But apparently, she was kind of going on saying that he
Grimes.
basically has nothing.
Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes saying that he has no things in his house, and then
He lives in a trailer. He lives in a $40,000 trailer.
Who does?
Elon Musk.
Really?
He sold all his houses except the only home he still owns is Gene Wilder's house, which he owns.
weird.
He bought Gene Wilder's house, and his kids were going to school in Gene Wilder's house.
Bought Betty White's car.
Yeah, and he legitimately was like, I guess he loves like Willy Wonka. So when Gene Wilder's house became available,
Funny person
he
to
bought it because he's like, I want to make sure that Gene Wilder's house like never gets sold or like demolished or anything. So he's the only home he owns is Gene Wilder's house, and then he sold all of his mansions and stuff, and he just lives in a $40,000 like tiny modular trailer by the like the star or one of the SpaceX or whatever, like just like in the parking lot.
I
Man.
kind of get it, man. After
Like a
you've
straight
had
up trailer.
everything and you go like, I don't
Mel
want to make
Gibson and Lethal Weapon?
decisions.
Yeah,
I also consider myself a minimalist. The problem is, and this is what happened with her, is you want to be that guy. It's a very, very fine, like I'm a single guy kind of move. But as soon as you're like you move in with a chick and we go, yeah, I'm a minimalist. I don't have anything. And she goes, well, you do now.
Yeah, no
There's
shit.
everything.
Yeah.
Not only that, but
you go,
it-
yeah, I sort of like to keep a bathroom with no stuff in it, if you wouldn't mind. She goes, yeah, I actually do mind. So.
he has a.
I didn't get that anyway. What was he doing with that bird? No offense.
Grimes?
Yeah, get out of here. What are you, nuts?
He's got eccentric taste.
Yeah,
Plus,
she's
plus
wacky,
he's like,
yeah.
I mean, he's basically Anthony Mason. He's just moving on from one woman to the next. He's got like 8 kids or something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's been
Yeah.
kicking
I
around
didn't
for a
know
bit.
that.
Yeah, he's got tons of kids. He's just.
She
he
sort of
had 2
got
with her
yelled at
now.
for it too, because she goes, he lives below the poverty line. Kind of the same thing as a lot of these people. Anytime they say anything like, "Oh, he's living like a poor person," everyone goes, "You fucking think he's poor?" And
he has
then
$240
she sort of
billion.
became, she sort of became public enemy of the internet for saying those comments.
Well,
or
because
whatever,
she
but-
was straight up like, "Hey, it's funny for you to be this 240 billionaire living like this," but she's like, "Can I not live like this?"
Well, I choose to live like that because he said he
Yeah,
ate,
get a job. That's what I would have said.
they said
Lady.
he ate peanut butter 8 days in a row. So
Man.
Yeah, that's what she's like. I'm eating peanut butter sandwiches. And
Probably likes popcorn too.
A couple of
Too many
cheese
cheese.
well,
dreams.
what she's saying is he takes all of his money and he invests it back into going to Mars. So, which there's no money coming in on
He
this
doesn't
Mars
even have
stuff.
$40 to spare.
He's got to knock that shit off too. Stop with the fucking Mars. Do something down here.
Well, I guess once the nukes land,
peanut butter factory, maybe?
Huh?
New peanut butter factory.
Combine chunky and creamy together in some way.
That would be
Figure that out, Elon.
a huge move if one of the other billionaires, because Bezos says this, he goes this, and then like a big hedge fund billionaire comes out and he goes, "I'm inventing a new type of peanut butter. Take that,
You're gonna
Elon."
blow your fucking
That Mars
socks
thing
off.
is so stupid. No one's going to Mars. They're not coming back if they go.
I think that's the point. Is you're not. I've listened to
I
him
mean,
talk
they're
about
not coming back in a bad way.
I'll tell you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can send my
That's not, they're
ex-wife.
not making it.
He said, he goes, the first people who go, he's like, it's not going to be good.
No.
It's going to be, like, you're going to be there, and it's going to be really hard living until you die.
Also-
and you're just doing it for,
The
to
shtick.
be, well, I guess you're going to be in a five,
gimmick.
well, in 1,000
score with
years,
chicks.
you'll be Columbus of
Yeah,
Mars.
it's a good bit. Yeah. Well, like that's the thing. It's a super long-term play. He's
Yeah.
like, I want to try to set it up so. I mean, no one's going in fucking 6 months. You know what I mean? It's
I
like
could
he
be.
wants to.
You
in-
definitely
in
are
100
going.
years.
You guys have been talking shit
think,
about him.
I think once like the planets align
I
or
was
whatever, the
kidding.
minimum, like once the perfect window opens for the shortest route or whatever, it still takes 8 months to get there.
Jesus.
They're not going to make the 8 months. They're not surviving that. Plus, they have no idea what's really there.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to find out. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to go.
Find out the hard
I mean,
way.
in our lifetime, Elon Musk will be on Mars.
You think so?
Yeah,
He's-
you're gonna be
oh,
fucking
fuck
sucking
yeah.
dicks.
Oh, he's going.
You're gonna be fucking
More dicks for me.
Hey,
Elon.
his loss, huh?
sucking Jeff Bezos' dick while me and Elon are
Once
fucking.
he blew all his money and he can't make 8 different fucking alimony payments or whatever the fuck. And
one of
8
those gotta be.
He's just like, yeah,
He's
can't-
skipping
bye.
town.
You can't pay your debts on Mars.
Pull a Dave
No
Foley.
jurisdiction on Mars.
Yeah. Full Dave Foley.
That's the fun.
Come get me, bitch. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
about
he
all
goes,
this.
yeah, you owe money on. You go, yeah, I guess check with my bank on Mars. Do you have the number for Mars? Oh, you know.
What's the routing number for Gleek Glorp?
Yeah, my Venmo's acting up. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I know
Wi-Fi
I'm-
on Mars isn't great, so I definitely get it to you soon, though.
I know I'm an idiot. All right, and
No.
100%. I say that, especially
We all
with
are.
everything that I've been running my mouth about. I'm a complete moron. But couldn't both Bezos and him just fix so much shit here on Earth if they wanted to?
Like what?
I don't know, like fucking childhood hunger in America. Couldn't they just wipe all that stuff out?
I mean, that's
he
the
did
like.
say that.
Sure,
with
yeah.
that
They
one
did.
guy,
Well, they did
remember?
say-
some
well,
guy
yeah.
called him out and he goes, "Send me the." He goes,
Send me the plan on how to do it, and I'll cut you the
yeah,
check.
he goes, "Send me the plan." He goes, "I'll get you $10 billion or something like that. Just get me the plan of how you plan to do it." And
It was for
never
what?
worked
Yeah,
out
he
again.
bought something for like I don't know, like $280 million or something. Like, oh, he just did that. He goes, that money could end world hunger.
And
or
they
end-
basically called the
and
charity
he goes,
out, right?
He goes, give me. By
Show
all
me
means,
how it
show
would
me
do
how it
it.
is. I think their thing is like, I think they're thinking on a macro level, like a huger macro
There's
level
no
that we don't
plan
think
to
on. Of
do it.
like, yeah, I'm going to give you $5 billion and you're going to spend
It'll
it.
be gone tomorrow and-
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, it's the same thing. You go,
Bunch
hey,
of
look.
dinners and stuff like that.
Well,
yeah,
I
and
mean-
it's just like
Well,
you're
the
going to do
people
an
who
ad
run those
campaign
things
and
make
you know.
$10 million a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for running some child.
So I think-
charity.
I know, it's fucked
do
up.
a micro level where you know it's easy to say like, oh, you could end poverty by giving everyone a house. It's like, yeah, and then a lot of those people will be out of that house and they'll sold the house
6
and
months, yeah, yeah.
whatever. I mean, it's not, you know, obviously those are macro as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically called out the charities.
He was like,
where
I'll do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. Show me how to do it.
But
All right,
yeah,
fuck it. Let's go to Mars.
Well, I mean, but also if you want to say that some of those problems, and listen, I'm forced into the position of shilling for Elon right now because all you guys hate him, but
This guy likes to be the bad boy.
He's an
Grimes
Elon
fan.
and a cheese dream.
I will take the
shill.
position
Yeah.
where you go. It's very if you really are a person that believes global warming is going to kill the world or whatever. Everyone's dead in X amount of years. If you're saying I'm going to be part of the solving that and essentially creating cars that don't need gas and you're going to create like a
Sure.
more sustainable world, you are doing more to save the world than just giving a bunch of your money to a charity.
Yeah,
True.
why not go like, yo,
Depends on how you see
I'm
the world.
spearheading this. You got someone else
Well,
do that.
for 100%.
Like, why do I have to solve every problem?
Yeah,
Drop
somebody
those,
else
drop
fucking-
those Tesla prices.
Get one of those goddamn oligarchs to step the
He's
fuck up.
solving that we need to be on Mars problem.
Yeah, which is a problem.
He's solving that he needs to be on Mars to get pussy problem.
I've been to Mars. Dude, if people start going to Mars, I'm going to lie and say I've been to Mars.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been to Paris.
He
green
goes,
screen it.
He goes, you know what's even better than going to Mars? Just telling chicks you've been to Mars.
Yeah, dude. No one's going to, they ain't got those flight records.
It's not Epstein.
Yeah, try to get the flight logs from Mars. You're like, hey, you'll never find that information.
Yeah. They're in the black hole box.
That's awesome.
No, I don't think I'd go to Mars, but if I could go and come back, I'd be down to go. Because I would definitely like that on my resume. So if you guys
yeah.
were,
Well, what about just the trips to space?
Yeah, would you do one of those? Would you go up there?
no, I think I'd want to go to Mars. Going
Yeah,
just
Mars
to space
is a
and
way
come-
bigger. I mean, you're gonna have to go to space.
I think
first.
big. Yeah, for you that sounds
And
fun
what-
just to go into space and back. But for me,
Yeah.
if I'm Mars,
For
or
you
Mars-
feeble-minded people that just want to go to space.
If Elon Musk goes, you could be tell the first joke on Mars. You could go down.
I would
but it'll be 2
definitely
years
go
of your
in and I
life.
tell the
But
jokes.
you
your life.
got to bring 6 people.
If I
Doing a bringer on
And they all
Mars?
have to buy tickets.
Yeah, it's 2 drink minimum, $25 tickets, but you get 8 minutes of stage time, and there might be industry there.
Joe Harari shows up. That's awesome.
If I do that, I would definitely tell the LA guy's joke, which he goes, is my favorite joke of all time. He goes, I told everyone this last week, but he goes, Starbucks, there's all these names, there's all these new names. Cappuccino, Frappuccino, Al Pacino. Keep it up, I'm be brokachino.
And then all you hear is just the Mars go.
A Mars tumbleweed
Yeah, the
rolls
Mars
by.
tumbleweed.
Just all you hear is deep space.
It must be the gravity in here.
What I want to know is when is one of those things going to blow up? When they put like celebrities on Bezos' little thing that goes up, one of those is going to eat it at
I
some
think, yeah,
point.
full
I mean, they've already
Challenger
blown
style.
up
Yeah.
a few. It's just they weren't on them, right?
Yeah, but I mean, one of them is going to blow up with somebody on there.
Yeah.
That's
For
what happens
sure.
in Succession. Well, we were talking about
where?
In Succession.
Succession?
It's like a TV show, but basically,
Succession?
you never
He-
heard of
he can't
Succession, the
say
TV
words.
show?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
saying it wrong.
I can't say words. Yeah.
Succession.
Succession.
Secession.
No,
Secession?
secession.
Yeah, like they want to secede from
from their parents.
Like
from
how
the
like
Civil War.
Yeah, that's the Civil
Yeah.
War. Secession.
Succession means to come after. Secession means to.
To remove.
Yeah, and
remove
the
it.
show's about a bunch of people that want to secede from the family.
I want to secede from this
Why, is that what
conversation.
happened? Who was Brian Cox's plane blow up or something like that?
No, the Macaulay Culkin's brother. What's his name? Culkin's
Dan.
character.
It's fucked up that he's the most Culkin and he's the most famous Culkin and he's still just Macaulay.
Macaulay
brother.
Culkin's brother.
He's good acting though.
You think
Yeah,
he's
he
the
is.
most famous Culkin?
Right now he is.
At this point,
Fuck yeah.
Kieran
He's had a
Culkin?
better. He's had.
the most relevant.
He'll
He's had a
always
bigger
be.
body of work than his brother. Sad to say, I love Macaulay.
I don't
Culkin,
think he's
too.
made more money.
Not
or-
box office.
No,
No,
way.
not box office.
Come on.
Come on.
But you got Igby Goes Down. You got Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
You got this show.
This show's big.
That's about it. Yeah, it's a pretty big show. I've never seen it, but
Oh, yeah,
Secession.
he blows up the thing.
Secession.
Seceding.
We were asking people who were the
What? That's how
the
they kill
most,
somebody off? Is they get
No,
blown up?
no, he did they did like a version of the Bezos thing where they're trying to send people to space and their rocket blows up immediately and they kind of have to cover it up and they put it out there when it was not ready and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of like the classic, but I mean, have any of the billionaires had a rocket blow up yet? With people on it?
Elon Musk,
Not
no.
with
With people on,
anybody on
no.
it.
Elon Musk has had a few blow up, but like it's actually kind of the point. Is that
Not
the
with
blow
people
up?
blow up, yeah.
It's like they get a
They're testing
they
the
get a
boundaries.
data point. From
Yeah, of
that,
course.
and
Yeah,
they'll-
yeah.
Yeah.
They probably get thousands of
That
data
fucking
points.
reusable rockets. That shit's crazy.
No, the craziest with the rockets is I don't know if you see with the Elon Musk is how he plans to turn it into travel where you can go from like L.A. or
Yeah.
New York to Tokyo in 90 minutes because
Yeah.
you go up into the
Up.
atmosphere and across
Yeah.
and down. So it's
That's
like
sick.
anywhere in the world, 90 minutes.
The Virgin Atlantic one is whack. That weird looking plane.
That's where you just go kind of in the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
get the fuck out of here with that British bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck
What's that, like 3 hours? Or what do they call it?
I don't know what he does.
You
It's
just
like
go
a
in
weird
the,
looking glider.
Remember the dude who did the skydive from
For
the
Red
Bull? Yeah.
for Red Bull? Like
Yeah.
you go as far up as he did.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're up there.
You're up there, but
Yeah.
he skydived from that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He jumped from that.
Red
spot.
Bull was doing pretty cool stunts.
Dude,
for
right
that.
now Red Bull's nuts. They went from like cardboard go-karts into a river.
That was a
Fucking-
good time. I watched that in
Oh,
Philly, the
those things are
Flutog.
great.
In the river, you build your own like fucking hang glider type thing.
Oh,
or like
yeah.
bike or whatever, and you drive off this huge ledge and try to get flight.
Right.
And we were all just fucked up watching from a window.
Everybody just
and it was like the
falls.
funnest time ever. Yeah, it was a good time.
Well, that's all
Nobody tested them
David Blaine's
now.
new stunts right now are just he goes up into the atmosphere.
Hey, he stinks anymore. I used to like when that Street Magic dropped with Leo. He blew my fucking mind. That guy stinks.
Dude, his
now.
new stunts, you know,
Watch me breathe heavy for 4
Harrison
days.
Greenbaum's the Magicians,
Yeah.
right? So he was telling some of the inside scoop. But, well, this isn't inside scoop at this point, but he basically said that that's not magic. He's like, those are just publicity stunts. And 90% of being a magician now is doing publicity
sure,
stunts.
yeah.
So they come see your show where you do actually magic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like comics posting crowd work.
It's
To
comics
get you-
posting crowd work.
Yeah.
When David Blaine was in Haiti, that was fucking awesome. When he was doing
What did he do in Haiti?
He was just doing tricks for people over there, and it was freaking them the fuck out.
Oh yeah, because they believe in like all the voodoo stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
stealing their
Man.
souls and shit.
Yeah.
Pulled
so
like
they
a
were-
queen of diamonds out of somebody's ass crack over there. They fucking lost it. They're running away from him and shit. It was great.
I worked with a comedian. I opened for a comedian years ago outside of Philly.
You mean a magician?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Well, for
You know an actual comedian?
I opened up for a magician, and it was we were like next to
Did he kill harder than you with his street jokes?
Oh, he was murdering. I was struggling
good
so bad.
magician will kill.
And he was, dude, and his closer was he had a grapefruit, which now I can easily just Google how he did it. But he had a grapefruit, and he would take a $100 bill from like whoever in the crowd had one. They'd write their name across the front of it, and he would cut up in the grapefruit, and it would be in there.
David
somehow.
Blaine did that in Harrison Ford's place.
Sure, whatever. I'm sure a lot of us. The guy was
Probably
a
just
road
a
hack.
trick. It's
yeah.
probably like a trick you buy on the website.
I mean,
what do you think?
this guy wasn't cutting edge. We're connected to a roast beef restaurant.
That's a big thing that they do is they get everyone's names and stuff when they go in, and then they sort of incorporate
They just
them
have
in the act.
yeah. So
Really?
he opens it up.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's a big part of like one of the tricks is the illusionist people. You think that they find out stuff about you, but it's like, no, they got all the names of everyone that's there and then went on your Facebook and like found
Yeah.
stuff about them.
Oh no, they like all the psychics and shit.
The psychics, like the John Edwards and stuff.
Oh, that's all scams.
Yeah, they legitimately they go, do you have a neighbor, Mary? And it's like, yeah, they just looked up your address and found out who lives next to you and all
Was
this
it her
sort of stuff.
birthday recently?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, hey man,
Pretty good scam, by the way.
I was like, how did you do? I'm like, it's the end of the weekend. We're like 3 shows done for the weekend. We're having a beer like at a table, and I'm like, dude, I gotta ask, how the fuck do you do that grapefruit thing? And he's like, I can't tell you that. And I'm like,
That's obnoxious.
he goes, what if you steal it? I go, where do you see that fitting in my act about living with my parents or whatever? Like, you know what I mean?
Does
like,
anyone have a
hey,
grapefruit on them?
Yeah,
you do
Uber's
28
weird.
Yeah, you do 28 minutes, and you go, all right, for the last 2 minutes,
I'm a
have
magician now.
grapefruit. I'm just gonna do some.
Also, like,
magic,
how could I
guess.
do that at open mics? You know
I
what
assume
I mean?
what you do is you roll it up tight enough and then just jam it in the grapefruit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're growing them that way. Yeah, they figure it out somehow.
Are you not going to tell us now? We know you
He never
know.
told me.
Yeah, right. See?
That
You
was
see me
this
on
guy.
stage tonight.
I would just finish my beer and be like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Dude, that's exactly what happened. I was like, all right, we're done here.
we're
I
not
thought we were
We're not
bonding.
friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck this. Like,
I can't tell you that.
You're gonna make me go Google this? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna really make me go on YouTube right now?
Yeah. I was
And
like,
find
you
out how to do
fucking
this?
jerk off.
Your name is Steve the Magician. All right, let's pull it back a little bit.
I drove you here, dude. I got to drop you off.
It's like, and for your next magic act, get home by yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to make your card, but your driver disappeared.
Fucking dork.
Yeah.
Nah, there was the one guy that I was knew in Toronto, and he used to tell me how to did all the tricks, and a lot of them were fake string. There's
that, like, they have that invisible string.
90% of the tricks are string you can't see.
Yeah. It's not that difficult.
And then they have like all this goop on it. But boys, we're gonna take a quick break here to tell you about our fellas that we know them, we love them, the Butcher Box.
The Butcher Box.
So, if you don't know already, if you haven't tried already, Butcher Box is a subscription service that sends you the highest quality of meat. Meat, ladies and gentlemen.
Love meat.
We love meat.
Love meat.
They don't sell cheese dreams. If you're some high-end snob like DP,
They have wieners.
they do have
Butcher
wieners
Box has
potentially.
wieners.
So
Potentially that you can make cheese dreams out of.
well, they get their meat sourced from partners with the highest quality standards. No more searching through the grocery store for 100% grass-fed beef or free-range organic chicken or wild-caught seafood and more. Their sourcing decisions made holistically, keeping the farmer, the planet, the animal, and family in mind. These are some of the fellas at the Butcher Box Squad. So there's lots of meals you can make. DP, you said, what have you been doing?
I mean, the big one that I made recently was they sent us the lobster tails, and I made fucking lobster rolls,
Oh,
dog.
you got involved with the lobster
Oh, hell
tails,
yeah, dude. Lobster tails, a little
Yeah.
Kewpie mayo, some celery.
Did you cook it with
some
naked
Old
with an
Bay.
apron on?
Yeah, and the apron has a big dick. It's like a big dick
Yeah, yeah,
apron,
the big fun.
but it has the flap,
It's
and
a
you open
fun.
the flap. It's fun. You can buy them.
It's a fun lobster tail
Yeah,
cooking.
the girls love them, the guys love them, the kids, not for them. But made some fucking lobster rolls, were killer, and I also made a fucking roast, dude.
Really?
They sent us those fucking top sirloin end cap or whatever, and I made a roast, and it was fantastic. And you know who liked the roast? The dog, not a figurative dog, but literally my dog loved the little
dog
piece.
was happy with it,
Oh
too.
my god, loved the roast.
No antibiotics, no hormones, packed and shipped, frozen and fresh for your convenience so you can save time on your next grocery store trip. So customize your box or go with one of theirs. Either way, you get exactly what you want. This is your chance to never have to shop for ground beef again. That's right, Butcher Box is giving new members free ground beef for life. Plus, you get $10 off with the coupon when you sign up at butcherbox.com/theboyscast. 2 pounds of ground beef free in every order for the life of your membership, plus the $10 off coupon.
Fuck yeah.
Log into butcherbox.com/theboyscast and claim the deal. Next, we want to keep you healthy here at the BOYSCAST so you be a big, strong man with athletic greens. If you're a French boy, it's athletic verts.
It's at athletic vert.
Yeah, so
Athletic.
if you're French, it's athletic vert. Don't get it confused when you go to the website, though. So I take it every day, and I've been on it. I haven't actually changed either. It's one of those things, a lot of times you get off them. I actually don't get off them, and a lot of times I won't take it in the morning, and then I'll remember in like 3 or 4, and I go crank one. It's sort of getting into my routine the way the coffee is.
Yeah, I do it with the coffee, to be honest. Just
Yeah, so if you want more energy, more gut health, better gut health, optimized immune system, you hate taking pills, vitamins maybe, you want a supplement that actually tastes great, or you just wanted to see the hype was about. You hear Ricky Gervais and Tim Ferriss talking about it, and you want to get in shape. So what's this stuff? With one delicious scoop of athletic greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to start your day right. Special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All the things so you can stay young, forever young.
forever young.
Forever young. That was in the copy too. They said it. It was a bracket, and it said if we wouldn't mind if you would give that a sing.
You might get a copyright strike, but
It
sing it
does,
anyways.
but it's it's a demand of ours for you to sing that.
And we're happy to comply.
So I bring the packs with me to travel, and we just re-upped because me and Danny blew through them because we've been crushing the greens. So it supports mental clarity and alertness. It has over 7,000 5-star ratings and reviews, cheaper than getting all the different supplements yourself. So right now it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is giving away a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/boyscast. Again, athleticgreens.com/boyscast to take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. We got everyone to send us who they thought the trashiest politicians were, and basically the unanimously was. And you didn't like that.
What was that?
I thought you didn't like what I said unanimously. He's hearing what he wants to hear now.
Do you guys
What's
also
going
hear?
on?
It
Well,
was
I'm just
unanimously.
Yeah, he had a problem with the way that I said that. It's like the old naggy wife, you know what I mean? He goes, "Ugh, he's at it again, saying words wrong."
Say it again.
Microphone. I go, "You got a problem with that one now?"
Say unanimous.
Unanimously.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, he says it right.
So we got a unanimous decision.
Also,
The
for
way
a
I
guy
said
who
it
makes a
was
living talking, you really struggle with words.
No. Secession. What the fuck? It's like an old Civil War story.
Yeah.
You want to see that? As chicks I'm dating, me gaslighting them till I go, "You don't know how to speak." Actually,
Ryan has special dictionaries printed up. Go see right here.
I get
Bunch of fake web pages and shit.
I got girls going to their next boyfriend with all these fake words.
Me and my ex used to watch Secession all the time. What?
No. He's already told me.
Me and my old
This-
boyfriend used to go to brunch all the time.
No, and then they're saying it's pronounced pronounce succession, and you go, I used to think that too, but he's correct.
Yeah.
Common mistake.
Believe it or not.
You know, a lot of people think that.
I've also been
If you look
corrected.
into it, it's not the case.
Yeah, no, definitely have a few words that I say bad, but Rob Ford was the number one that everyone agreed across the board.
That was the Toronto mayor,
crack
right?
smoker.
The crackhead.
Yeah.
He passed away, right?
Yeah.
From unrelated, he just died.
He had cancer.
Ah, it sucks.
He had cancer, then he beat cancer, then he got cancer again.
Damn.
Dude, like the party.
I'll tell you really.
I don't think
Crack,
that's.
huh? That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's trashy, but like, I don't like view that as horrible. If
No.
that makes the guy's
As what-
partying.
as what-
You're
You
wrapped up in partying.
Because I know a
That's
lot
not
about
like
him.
a choice.
Was he a good mayor?
He was fine.
Dude, he would
was
do
very
these
much like
videos.
against the gravy train.
kind of
all
some
the perks.
early Trump kind
early
of
Trump
talk,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, he's really like drain the swamp guy, but in
Really?
Toronto.
He used to do these videos where he would go, they give you all these, if you're a politician, they give you all these free stuff, like a free pass to the zoo and free parking or whatever, right? And then he has a whole
You guys are
drawer.
really living it up there,
Yeah.
huh? Jesus Christ.
People down here we get Secret Service. You get to go to the zoo half off. You and your family, eh?
Yeah, pretty like actually.
All right, you can go to matinees for only $2.
Free parking after 4. For
But
all
no
day-
SUVs,
for
only
all
compact
mayors.
cars.
We got to stop all this reckless spending.
Yeah, you get to go to the
I'll
zoo.
buy my own
I
double-
would fucking hope he's the mayor.
Honestly, though, one of my favorite stories about him was he was being investigated by the Toronto police for potentially the crack thing, and then also potentially like several murders.
What?
Yeah. They were like actually investigating him because there was a bunch of murders that. So there's a famous photo of him with these 3 dudes that started off this whole fiasco of these
Okay.
3 guys in front of like a crack house, and all 3 of them wound up dead.
Whoa.
And I believe only one of them they found out who the killer is. So like the Toronto
That does
police
make sense.
were investigating the mayor of Toronto while he was the mayor for all these things, right?
Wow.
Meaning like he was getting cracks from these guys and didn't want anybody to know, so he had
Lots
them
of stu-
killed.
yeah,
Anything, but if you have a
lots
picture
of
and
stuff.
if you have a picture and 3 people end up dead in the picture and it's just you're the commonality.
100%.
Yeah.
And he was, and the crack stuff. So anyways, so they had helicopters that were like surveilling him as while he was the mayor of Toronto. And one day they surveilled him going to the liquor store at like on the way to work at like 9 a.m, goes to the liquor store. He gets a pint of vodka. Then he goes to his elementary school by himself, parks in the parking lot, walks into the woods and just drinks it by himself.
What?
He's the mayor of the biggest city
That
in
was
Canada.
the best one.
That's pretty
Biggest city in all of Canada, and like fifth biggest city in North America. Goes just pounds this thing in the woods, chills for a bit, and then just like hops in his SUV and just drives to City Hall. And they're like helicopters. Someone's just like, yeah, he's drinking in the woods, I guess.
wasted. This guy's wasted at the playground.
That's awesome. Man.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
but
he was a fucking wild one.
holy shit.
He would actually go to the crack house himself?
Yeah, there's
Is there-
video. There's a video.
Can't
of
send
him
an
smoking
aide to
crack.
do that for
Yeah,
you.
you can. What are you talking about? That's the whole point of being
Dude,
in
there
power.
was
Get
people
some
were like
lackey to get
people.
your
There was like
drugs.
they saw him. They would see him doing coke. He would be super drunk at like. There was one where he's at like a Jamaican
He
restaurant.
likes speaking Jamaican.
in patois, and he's like blackout drunk. He's like, "What up, ma?" Like all. It's insane.
Oh my god!
I like that. And then, this video is it took him 3 hours to cut through all his zoo cards and stuff, and it was really anticlimactic.
Give me a beef patty and a fat line, man. No, I thought that was
Yeah, he
gonna
caught
hit.
drinking in the parking lot. He went to the football game, like one of the Argos or something. And he was supposed to toss like the first foot, and he tossed and fell into the
Yeah,
somersault.
he would fall a lot.
He would fall. That's great.
Walked into the camera, but he was at a press thing. He walked into the cameras. But his best one, they accused him of sexually assaulting some girl or whatever, being like saying rude things to her. And he goes,
Saying he would
not
eat her
sexually
pussy.
assaulted, like
Said he would eat her
verbally.
pussy.
Yeah, he said he'd eat her pussy or whatever. And then he goes, I would never say that. I got a wife and I got plenty to eat at home.
Jesus. This guy plays by his own rules.
And then he called it when he was drunk. He used to say it to the camera. He goes, "Yeah, when I got caught in my drunken stupors." He called it his drunken stupors.
Love that. That's old school shit. That is trashy, but it's like you're all fucked up. You know what I mean? Like
You
that
don't
guy's not
consi-
making those decisions
But
logically.
isn't part and parcel to being trash a lot of times being a alcoholic? Like, doesn't that go pretty
Sure.
hand in
Yeah.
hand?
That was kind of his
My
saving
family.
grace was him admitting it too.
What are
that
those?
he has-
What are the
he's like
drug
a-
laws up there? Is it?
Oh yeah, crack's no go.
No, no.
Crack's a big no.
Really?
Yeah, especially if you're a politician.
Okay.
But it just crack's no good. Weed was
one
not
day, fingers crossed.
Weed was not illegal at the time.
Illegal or legal?
At the time, it's legal now.
Legal
at the
now.
time, it was not.
Okay.
Yeah, he was breaking all sorts of rules.
That was one.
And the craziest thing too is when he finally decided to ask, like to admit it, because they caught him like dead to rights with this video, and then they had asked him a million times, have you smoked crack? Do you smoke crack? And then he said, he goes, okay, he goes, reword the question, and they go, ask
Do you want to smoke crack?
No, he goes, ask me, do you smoke crack? And there's something like that. And he's like, no, I don't. He's like, they're like, have you ever? And he's like, yes. Like, but I don't now. Because they were like, do you smoke crack? And he's like, no. He kept saying, and they go,
But
"Do
he
you
was
smoke
like,
crack?"
did you smoke crack?
He's
And
like,
he was
in
like,
this moment, I'm not smoking crack. But
Do you see a crack pipe in my hand?
You got any on you?
he goes, ask me if I've ever smoked crack. And they go, okay, have you ever smoked crack? Like whole press scrum. And he goes, yeah, and one time in a drunken stupor, I smoked crack.
Hey,
I like it.
Honesty, that's classic.
I like a good politician that's like has
He's one
some
of my
real
favorites,
trash garbage
Yeah,
stuff like that
sure.
that rises his way up through the ranks though.
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
little dirt on him.
That's
In a good
Philly
way.
must have had a bunch of those guys, no?
Oh,
We
dude.
did. Well,
Yeah,
the
there's
big-
still a lot of them.
Who was it? Dinkins or
No, Dinkins was New York.
Dinkins was New York, but one of them, some mayor
Good name.
in the '80s, he was either the mayor of D.C.
Marion Barry.
Yes.
Yeah, Marion
Oh,
Barry in
DC.
DC. Yeah, he famously got
Yeah,
smoked.
he was the first one. They had the
crack
video
smoker
of him
smoker.
with the prostitute.
With the prostitute in the
black
hotel
and white
room.
footage.
Nice.
And that's like when there was like a full camcorder in
Yeah,
a
it was.
briefcase.
It was in like a bush or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, come on, what are you doing? If you're
And
not
he got
doing that
reelected.
and you're in power,
He did get reelected.
He left for a while, came
Came
back
back clean, got reelected.
reelected.
That's what Jussie Smollett could use that underdog story. Hey, I was all fucked up. I'm back now, baby.
He has to admit
Better
it
than
though,
ever.
I think, if he wants to get back in
That's
the
what I'm saying.
If he just admitted it, he could come back and he could do a lot of things because he's so famous now.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
never,
somebody.
you
was-
never admit it.
No,
You
I don't.
take it
I
to
don't
the
think I
grave.
would. If I was this far in, I think I'd
Fuck
take it to the
no.
grave either. I would be starting, the Innocence Project. I mean,
Yeah.
all in. So this happens to no one else ever. You
Yeah.
know what I
Start
mean?
my own GoFundMe.
Cuomo was probably the other one that was. Everyone probably agreed. The Cuomo Bros. Do you think those guys are? Because they're sort of
See, but
high
they're
class,
not,
right?
They're not charming.
But
in the
Italians
sense.
are just all trash. Period. So, it's
Italians, yeah. Italians
I
tend
can't
to be
confirm or deny.
Da Vinci,
very trashy. Yeah.
Columbus.
The Ninja Turtles.
I like Ford better than the Cuomos.
Me too. The Cuomos aren't very endearing at
They're
all.
like
that's-
weasels.
That's the word.
Yeah, they're
not
weasels.
endearing.
Plus,
Well,
their dad was.
Especially the brother.
They're all weasels.
The dad. The dad.
Although
was
you know
fucking-
what, the Fords, their dad was also a politician, not as high up as Mario, but
Okay.
he was also some big rich dude.
Yeah, Cuomo's dad was, I think, pretty openly racist and.
Well, he basically came
homophobic
up
and
now
stuff.
and he said, like, Cuomo said he's going to come back, and he said it was cancel culture, and he's doing like a whole tour right now, basically saying cancel culture is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he might be getting into podcasting pretty soon.
He's going to be on Are You Garbage in a couple of weeks.
That would be
I mean, he did kind of dodge a bullet there a little bit because they were more focused on that than him greasing fucking 25,000 seniors or whatever the fuck,
Right, yeah.
whatever he killed. I mean, they have his the girl, whoever his assistant was or whatever she is. What was she called?
It's like, I don't know.
The lady.
Whore.
Yeah.
Lying bitch.
They have
called
her in an email basically saying like, yeah, we know about this thing with the senior citizens, but don't release this because we don't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's sort of, yeah.
But I think wasn't it like it got pushed on her. It got pushed down
Yes.
the chain of command rather than
So you're
falling
sort
on
of saying
it.
it's good that he can kind of now be 5 years later looking back. He goes, "Oh, everyone got mad at me because of these."
Oh
false
yeah, he
claims."
Yeah.
definitely got off super easy.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, he sent like at the time he was to go, yeah, if old people have COVID, just like don't leave them in the hospital, send them back to the old folks home
Hey,
where
kid.
they're literally like the most likely to die and kill.
Then he
tons
wrote
of
a
other
book
people.
like halfway through it, like he knew what he was
Yeah,
saying.
it was like
What a
how I
fucking
beat
psycho.
COVID. I remember being like,
Yeah.
I was like kind of pro him in the sense that at the time
Oh,
there was
he was
somebody
the
coming
shit.
out daily, and you're like, all right, you're giving. And it seemed like he was shooting you straight a little bit.
He was going to run for president and win easy.
Yeah, it was
and-
him and Trump. Just they would go head to head on.
Yeah,
TV
and it was like
every
pretty.
night.
It was pretty good. You were like, all right, like this guy at least seems like he's giving you a kind of clear cut and whatever, and not like stir crazy and not being like buy into the fucking crazy media, all this shit. Like he was like, you're gonna get sick, you'll be fine, just keep fucking going type thing. And then that book, I was like, dude, what are you? This is, I'm on your side kind of, and this is
Part of
fucking
me too
insane.
was like, how did you have time to write
Write
it?
a
no
book.
shit.
Aren't you not?
Well,
like,
they don't
managing?
write it,
I guess
obviously.
they don't write it all. They just someone just fucking.
You don't have
He got
anything
$6
to
million
do
for
with
that
it.
bad boy.
Yeah, they
got
were a lot of
6
people
mil?
making.
That's $6 million for that book.
He was
And
lining
he
the
won
pockets.
what did he won, an Emmy?
Yeah, he
For
won an
just
Emmy.
like giving press
Speeches?
conferences?
Like
Really? You
His
win Emmys
daily
for that?
briefing.
Best daily briefing on
gave him-
COVID.
and then I
Nuts.
think they took it back. They took the Emmy away from him because he had to resign.
Really?
All those organizations are drunk with power. Anytime anything happens, they always try to take their things back.
Yeah, they actually come and get it from you.
I think so. They say drop it. They send you like a
prepackaged, a pre-postage.
Yeah, pre-postage envelope.
Yeah, it's prepaid. Just drop it in a box here. Send your Emmy back to us.
Or we're gonna have to bill you.
Oh, yeah, probably send them an invoice if you don't send it back.
Yeah.
What's an Emmy cost? It's got to be a couple $100.
I think you have
More
to pay
than that.
for them too. That is the thing with all those things.
What?
Yeah. I know people have won
Oscars and
I mean,
stuff,
I think
too.
I might have won something in my
You
life. I
pay
can't
for the
remember.
Oscar?
I think.
Get the fuck out of here.
100% you do. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
They charge you for the.
Well, that's why
actual-
people say that they didn't even take it or whatever. Basically, you go and they give you a fake one, and then when you leave, they're like, give that back.
Yeah, right when
Well,
you
what
walk
on
off, you
everybody-
hand it. There's only like 2 of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk out when it starts beeping. Like cough medicine at a CVS.
Yeah, it's that little
Hold
sticker.
on there, Mr.
That
Washington.
magnetic sticker.
Take it easy, Denzel. Yeah, we got no. That is was to take it back, and if you want one, you basically order it for like a couple grand or
That's
whatever.
fucking lame.
Fuck that.
Well, the guys are really serious about it, and that's how they get a little extra cheese from the lowlifes too. If you won the best assistant
engineering
best
or something,
assistant
yeah.
sound
Yeah.
engineer, then you're gonna get one for your whole family.
yeah.
You know,
The
what I mean?
ones they do the Tuesday before. They're not televised.
Will Smith probably pay. They might just gift his. But if you're sound director number 3, costume designs assistant that wins the Emmy,
Yeah.
they go, oh yeah, $5,000 if you want one, and then they get 4 so they can show them off to their whole family.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, he basically said in there, he goes, Cuomo quoted the Bible several times in his new speech about cancel culture. And he says that it was political sharks who smelled blood and exploded me. And he basically said that God has a plan for him. He's going full Italian religious guy now, right?
He's blessing himself in the middle. Oh, Maron.
Got the ash
These
on his
fucking
forehead.
who wins?
But
They're my weakness.
isn't that a bit of a, if you're going to be like a full out right wing cancel culture guy, you might as well just go, I'm Christian too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Get
go.
I
the
guess
votes,
he's
baby.
Catholic, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's fucking...
He's saying some pretty wild stuff, and he's all going full in on Bible. Or he opens up like a spaghetti franchise as sort of another option.
Come down to Cuomo's.
Cuomo Brothers Pizza.
Yeah.
So that was one. Another
You'll
one.
eat it whether you like it or not.
Just eat the whole pizza.
Cuomo Brothers, we don't take no for an answer. We don't take dough for an answer.
That's pretty good. We got there.
We got this.
Domo Brothers spelled dough. That's an option for them. So they could be doing. It could be a cancel culture podcast.
And
It
then
could-
the-
on,
what-
on the Blaze. It could potentially be.
There you go.
Domo Brothers.
Chris got canned too, right?
Yeah, he got.
He's
For
kicked.
done.
helping him.
Yeah, for helping him.
And
Which I respect
that's-
a little bit.
I
It's
mean,
your brother.
listen,
What the
yeah.
fuck? You're
At
gonna.
that point,
of
what are you
course, you're
gonna
gonna be
do?
like, hey, yeah, we're hemmed up. We're in a bad situation here. I gotta fucking make do.
I think where he's
I wouldn't
gonna-
be a rat like Ryan Long over here. Fucking Narcom, probably my best friend and brother.
and his girlfriend.
Hey.
Well,
your
yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah, I guess you're mobbed up. You watch a guy getting fucking 9 guys are stomping on him. He's getting pepper sprayed. He goes, call an ambulance. You go, I didn't see
I
nothing.
ain't
Yeah,
seen
no
nothing.
It's a nut.
More breadsticks at table 3, please.
You wasted 6 aprons on this fucking guy. You believe that shit? Yeah, I mean, you got to help out your brother. I think he got into trouble because he was such a fucking, like, loudmouth about it. Like, he was going so hard the other way. It's like, dude, if you're doing something shady,
subtle.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your
You
fucking
gotta teach
mouth
these idiots
shut.
how to scumbag.
Yeah, no kidding. Can't be on your fucking soapbox every night while you're fucking greasing people for your brother.
Well, I don't know if you guys know about this one, but apparently Gandhi has some.
Is Gandhi garbage?
Some dirt on him?
Is Gandhi garbage is the question.
We ain't talking about his feet either. He never wore shoes.
Well,
What? Get this guy a pair of Adidas. Something. What are we doing here?
one thing. That's what. Yeah, he's garbage because he didn't wear shoes. That's the reason.
Come on, I'm eating here, Gandhi.
Cut those nails,
He's
will
got
you?
his feet up on the table too during dinner, just like really.
This guy a petty.
That was the whole thing. yeah. Apparently, Gandhi never
He's a
washed his
fucking
hands before
pedicure,
meals.
dude.
Oh man, he was a womanizer, right? That's what they said.
Yeah, big thing was he's a womanizer, but the real garbage move they said. And again, this might not be the garbage in the way that you
Bad
interpret
tipper?
it.
What did they get him on? 10% always.
Didn't wipe down the elliptical after he used it. What's he doing?
He was apparently a hound.
Parks
That
in a
was-
handicap spot.
Everybody hated him over at LA Fitness.
Parked in a handicap. Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. It was. He apparently would Venmo people money, and then he would cancel the request before he would cancel the request after the thing. Apparently, Gandhi's wife had pneumonia, and then their whole thing was they go, we don't use penicillin or anything like that. And then basically his wife died from the illness because they wouldn't take the thing, and then he got the same thing, and he said, I'll take the medicine.
Yeah, that everybody does that shit where it's like, you're holier than thou until the fucking rubber hits the road.
He made the wife.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let the wife take
Let's
it.
her storm the beach, and it was like, nah, this doesn't work out that way.
Once the gonorrhea starts dripping, that prayer shit goes out the window.
Yeah.
Sort of funny though.
Make good with the meds. Let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and he got
leaky
an,
pipe.
he let the doctors do an appendix surgery on him while he let the wife died like months before or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
They're all like that. It's same thing with fucking Putin and all them. It's do as I say, not as I do. You
Of
think those
course.
guys in China are living like the average person in China? No,
No, they don't even use chopsticks.
I saw that guy had a fork, motherfucker.
If you talk to the high ups in China, they go, "Yeah, buddy, we haven't."
Dude, we eat rice with a spoon. Are you kidding?
Is that a DiGiorno? What the fuck? No, but they all do that fucking bullshit. Same thing with fucking ISIS and fucking all those guys. Every time we would advance on one of their positions, they would find like coke and porn and fucking
Oh
this
yeah,
and that.
especially like the oil Saudi Arabia. dudes.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys
are fuck. They're
partying.
they're all full
yeah.
of shit.
And they'll very.
Our people too. It's like, remember when we were all locked down? Then you find out Pelosi's having like
They're all
fucking
having parties.
all night ragers and shit like that in San Fran. They're handing out Molly to everybody. They're all fucking painted up.
In the UK,
fucking black
they
lights and
got
shit.
busted for that.
Oh yeah,
This war,
Johnson.
by the way, there were so many people who were like on the brink of getting kicked out of office in so much trouble,
And
and
now,
then this
yeah.
war happened.
No shit.
and
the
everybody's
channel.
problems went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the second that
Dude,
we started,
they were like Boris Johnson. They're like, yeah, he's done.
Well, he got caught with that at a party or something.
He was
right?
having multiple parties telling
Yeah.
people to stay home, and then they were having these like they were legit having ragers, like where people were bringing
It was the-
fucking alcohol,
it
like,
was the
like
Christmas
kegs
party,
and
yeah,
fridges
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff in.
BYOBs, yeah.
Yeah, and then that just and Trudeau, and then all that shit just went away.
where at Downing Street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably a
because
good
they got
time.
caught on tape of being like, "That's not a party. Don't call it a party. It's a party type thing." And they're like, "What?
someone
they're
got
like, what
caught
happened on
wheeling
fucking
a mini fridge
Yeah.
in.
That's awesome.
I would, but
Don't
also
call
like
it a
I'm sitting
party.
here holier than I would be doing the same
Are you
shit.
kidding
I would
me?
be executing every single one of my dissidents.
Oh, yeah.
like just minor
Your
stuff
enemies.
too. I would, my enemies. Like I wouldn't be. I would be very heavy-handed if I was a dictator.
I'd be such a jerk off.
Like I would be the one.
I just
where,
might
you know,
not
when
go
they,
so hard
when
the
they
other
do
way.
the portrait of you, and I'm 5 pounds heavier. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
done.
meat.
You are done.
Yeah.
Rolling around
5
like,
pounds lighter, also done.
Yeah.
It's like don't
Yeah, don't make it
Don't
think like I
ins-
need
yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly.
Just make me
Don't
feel
insult
good
me
about who
either
I
way.
am. Yeah.
rolling around like Kim Jong Un. No one else can wear a leather jacket.
Yeah.
I respect
Oh,
that
dude.
move.
It's insane.
That's a nice fit on him too. He's got a little short one that looks really tight.
Yeah,
too.
he's got a hell of a fucking seamstress over there.
Is that a thing that no one else can wear leather jackets?
Yeah, there was that because he lost all that weight and he started rocking this full length leather duster.
Yeah,
And he
hanging out by the track with a cigarette.
Dude, looked real sharp in it.
Leaning
And then-
on a fucking high rock.
Yeah, and then made a decree that no one else can wear them.
Dude, if I looked
respect that.
That's so funny that I'm bringing that to the parliament. He slips it in. He goes, all right, so, we're going to raise taxes. We're going to put this school here, no leather jackets.
I'm sorry, sir. What'd you say?
Dude, I tried telling him he can't wear black fucking denim jackets, and he still does. I try to rule.
Oh, yeah, you guys wear matching outfits.
I literally be like, you have to ask me if you want to wear it. That's how I run AYG.
I know.
I said I get first crack at it at the live shows and on camera. I am Kim Jong Un of AYG.
We're sitting here like the Ramones.
It's funny.
Yeah.
So you were wearing them before, and then you sort of just showed up, and you go, I have one now.
Yeah, we have a big thing of everybody's. We're just
He
blending.
doesn't even hide it either. He goes, yeah, he always
I got to do what I can over here. I'm operating out of necessity.
It's true. He's only got
Take it as
like
a compliment.
3 articles of clothing too.
Yeah. I got to cover up here.
That's so. But he puts a different color underneath. Yeah, you're going
Sure,
all black.
I go all black.
Yeah, I'd like to have a little splash. But if I was in charge, I'd be the only one allowed to.
Yeah,
do
see,
it.
we each run.
Only one chains out.
Everyone else can wear pleather.
He said I
Yeah.
can't wear watches. He's claimed watches, but then we'll show up to something to record with the same exact outfit on as me. He's like, no one can wear a watch.
Why you
You
told
got
me can't wear
dictator
one?
vibes on the no.
Oh, we would do,
right.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. If I
Or was that
running a country-
retaliation?
Put
for
you in the hole
jacket?
for a couple of days. Just see things my way.
You and Jussie, and you'll see.
I don't get how Boris Johnson made it through with that haircut. That's insane to me. That guy's walking around.
He does have a bit of a simple Jack haircut.
Yeah. How was that guy elected? That would have been my first
He's
question.
an everyman.
Like, dude, what's up with your fucking hair,
dude,
bro?
British people are hideous, by the way. There's like 4% that are
Well, he
okay.
got in on the Brexit thing, right? The Brexit thing ended up not happening, or it happened, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "We got to get rid of whoever was in charge because
Yeah.
they fucked up."
Yeah.
So then they.
But
just,
his
he's
dude
good.
is whack.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah, they go from Hugh Grant to him really quick over there.
Yeah,
Real-
exactly.
Not a lot of meat in the middle.
No, his hair looks like what are those things where you blow them and the fucking thing flies away? The
Bubbles?
no, like the things like
Oh, like a wishing willow, or what are
Yeah,
they called?
well, yeah, you know
They're
what I'm
daisy. They're daisies.
or daisies.
Yeah.
or
A
whatever.
bit of a
Yeah.
wispy cut.
Wispy,
yeah.
yeah, whatever. Like that's what his hair.
Are
is.
they
Yeah.
daisies?
No, they're not.
No,
daisies.
you're not.
High on the list here was Jeffrey
Dandelions,
Toobin,
they're
obviously.
dandelions,
But the Toobin thing, there's more. I don't know if you guys followed him before, if you were into early Toobin. The jerk off on the Zoom guy.
Oh,
CNN.
Who are we
New
talking
York,
about?
the New
The guy
York
who
Times
jacked
guy.
off on
Jeffrey Toobin.
CNN.
So
He was jerking off on the Zoom call.
Oh, yeah, the guy. Yeah, it's tough.
But there was.
It's not tough, apparently. Apparently, you just get a 1 week timeout.
Well, he got a timeout, but
Who
apparently,
cares? Yeah.
he also had a kid with one of his coworkers' daughters.
Whoa.
And that was the
What?
scale. And this was 10 years ago, and it didn't really come out. So basically, Jeffrey Toobin, he was trying to pay for an abortion for the girl, and she said no, and then she had the kid or whatever, and then 5 years later, he had his jerking off thing.
Was she underage or was she of age?
I think she was like 20. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
That guy's getting fucking 20-year-old ass.
Right? And
What
she
the
was
fuck?
out there sort of making a scene, being like, he's not going to pay the child support. And then she wanted him to do a DNA test, and it was the whole thing.
He's a bit of a deadbeat, Toobin.
A deadbeat Toobin. But the interesting part is when the jerking off, I didn't ever heard about this, and I looked it up. There's tons of articles.
Never even heard of him.
So the jerking off thing, but when the jerking off thing
Oh, of
came
course.
out.
That was an accident, right? He wasn't trying to jerk off in front of his.
No, he thought his screen was off.
Well, he thought, but he was in a Zoom meeting, and he just thought his screen. He thought
thought
his
the
screen
camera
was
was off.
disabled, and then he's like walks away, and then he comes back butt ass naked, and they're all like, "What the fuck?" And I guess he maybe turned his sound off so you couldn't like hear them, and then he just starts like rubbing one out, and they're just like,
He still has his job. It's funny too because he goes, his whole thing was like, oh, technology. I didn't realize my thing was on. It's like, okay, but even if that's true, you're still jerking off to your coworkers. Like,
Yeah,
You're still
strange.
whacking in the
You
middle,
still
of,
did
the
it.
middle of a meeting.
"You can't wait till the meeting's done."
That's crazy.
record the meeting and then you have the material. He needs to jerk off live though. That's what he needed the thing.
I go phone right near my face in a secluded spot. Never use a laptop.
No nudity, no jerking off ever.
No, what, stripped down naked? No, what am I fucking?
No, the thing is,
Playboy
he was
centerfold?
clothed, and then he goes, "Excuse me," and then he leaves, but thinking his thing's disabled, and so it's an empty slot of just a chair, and then suddenly comes back and it's just a naked guy.
That would be the thing I would fire him for.
Yeah.
because he stripped down naked to jerk off. That's weird. You jerk off into your pants like a fucking gentleman.
No, that's weird.
That's
What?
weird.
He jerks off
Stripping-
into his
stripping
underwear.
down
into his
naked.
underwear.
Stop
He,
it.
he goes, it disappears.
So
That's what
you don't touch the dick. You
Excuse
go,
me,
you
what-
just
what-
rub sort of over top.
Can we,
No, I'm not
can we
fucking-
circle back
no,
here? What
what?
do you say? It disappears?
He thinks this is my co-host, not me. We've covered this a handful of times. He ejaculates into his underwear.
Yeah.
You want me to fill
Just-
these water bottles?
I'm good,
No,
thank you.
we're
And then
good.
just goes on his day and under the guise of it disappears.
Which it does. It dissipates into the.
So you just
into the fire.
So there's cum in your underwear.
You just come in your
Yeah,
underwear and
yeah,
then
it's
go
covered.
on
I'm not
go
denying
on
that.
about your day.
Just have a wet underwear for a bit and then it dries?
a couple
It gets
minutes, it
sticky all
dries
in your
out.
Probably
pubes
gets
and
on your
stuff.
pants a little bit too.
Maybe a little bit seeps through. Sure. I'm not doing that when I leave the house. I'm laying on the couch. I'm watching.
You're just like, I'm not getting up to get a tissue. It's
No. And I'm not stripping down naked like a fucking freak show.
I'd rather
This
you
is a
strip down
lot.
naked than to come in your own pants.
Is that what you do when you masturbate? You get completely naked and lay down.
Well, you don't have to get
Do you
naked.
light candles and stuff like that?
Well, it depends. You know,
I love how you're going
I'm
from,
usually
like-
standing up looking at the window because I'm beside
I'm
a
going on the
school.
offense. Is what I'm doing, Danny. That's what you do.
You're very offensive.
Show you
yeah.
how to scumbag.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Show you where Ford and the Cuomos went wrong. I'll put the system on trial.
that is crazy.
Yeah,
though.
what do you mean?
I mean, that's like using your shirt as a napkin.
Which he also does.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
You think he's drawing the line?
Yes,
You think he's drawing the line?
Yeah, exactly,
at,
right?
At
It's no
barbecue
big deal.
sauce
I'm
on his
withdrawing
shirt?
my motion, Your Honor.
I also
Yeah.
sneeze into my shirt if I have to, too. I'll do
If
that.
you got to sneeze in your
There's
shirt.
boogers on that shirt.
What you're supposed to do is sneeze in your hand and wipe it on your sock. That's actually the no. That's actually what that's the high
Leave it
class
on
move.
your sock.
I've done that.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneeze on my hand. What do you have to take your shoe off then?
What?
Or you mean? Oh, you mean the sock?
It's on the outside, yeah.
No, you don't have to take your.
I wear ankle
Yeah, you go.
socks.
Yeah, you're at a party. You just got your shoe off. You're
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. I'm allergic to dogs.
No, because that's discreet.
Okay.
You just sort of, you know,
Well,
if
how
you
is-
accidentally, well, you're supposed to sneeze. You're supposed to cover your face, and if
you
something
get
comes
something on
out,
your hand,
you just
yeah.
kind of, wipe it on your sock.
Then is not jerking off into your underwear the ultimate sign of discretion?
No, you're
Well,
supposed
it
to wipe
depends
that
where
on
you're
someone
doing
else's
it.
sock.
Yeah, well, also,
Where are you doing it?
a sneeze is impromptu. You know you're about to jerk off.
Sometimes.
So it's like, hey, I can't get to a tissue when I'm sneezing. Sure.
Sometimes the
You're
mood
sitting
hits
there,
you.
you're on page 9 of Pornhub. You could have got up and got a fucking tissue.
I usually throw it in some old clothes. Like if I was going to put it in the boxers, I would now throw those boxers in the hamper
100%.
and put new boxers on.
But when you
Yes.
jerk off, do you take your pants down?
I don't jerk off, but hypothetically, if
Do you really not jerk off?
No, of course.
No fap.
5 times a day, dude.
He's a semen,
All-
he's a
I'm
semen
all
retainer. Semen retainer.
It's coming out of his pores.
Straight edge. No, never.
That's what they used to call Danny in college, the semen retainer.
I heard about you.
No, I agree. That is nuts. I think that it seems like a 3-on-1 here. That's a weird thing to do.
What's crazier, doing that or fucking getting completely naked?
But how is it 2 options? Why do
Yeah,
you?
because
we're
this is
talking
what he
about
does to
Tumblr.
make an argument.
We're talking
No.
about the guy. What's his name? Tuber? What's his name?
Well, what he did's crazier than you're walking around with cum on your pants. He's jerking off on a Zoom call in front of his coworkers.
Yeah, my way. It's our little secret.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah,
He-
you and the dry cleaner.
I'll agree with you here. He should have stayed fully clothed, adjusted the camera so you couldn't see.
They should have just waited 20
like
minutes.
you see up here, and then he could do his business.
Or just put it up where they just see your face.
Yeah.
This guy's
I'm
really-
about to sneeze.
He's really into the meeting. huh?
Yeah. I'm about to sneeze for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start smoking.
You go,
Dab your face with your boxers.
But I thought the situation with that guy was. I thought the situation with that guy was he had 2 screens going. He was in a meeting, and then he also had a little something going on like Pornhub or something like that, and didn't realize his camera was still
Yeah,
on.
I think.
yeah, he didn't
wasn't
realize-
actually
Yeah.
he was
jerking
like,
off.
all right, meeting's done. Now let's get down to the real business.
Yeah.
I got
He
you.
also
No, I
got
thought he
the-
paused it. I thought he was like, "I'll be right back."
Oh, maybe.
Because they're all watching him. Like I've seen it. They're
I
all
know, but
watching
I
him.
don't think.
And then he
I
just
think
shows up on screen.
There was
naked.
another. He had popped something up on his screen, so he didn't see the Zoom call.
Oh yeah.
So it's
oh,
like
yeah.
he- yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, he didn't see.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He's
for
like, oh, this
but
is
I thought
behind.
he had thought that he had like muted himself.
So he wasn't purposely jerking off in front of people.
No, he wasn't purposely.
No, definitely not purposely.
That first interview back that he did, like when he got flamed heavy.
rough.
The girl was like,
he has his job back now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's just back to business now.
dude, his coworker, who somebody was like, yeah, Jeffrey got caught jerking off, and he's like, I'm like, dude, we all know what he did. Just say welcome back. You
you're rubbing
served your time, and you
rubbing
say you're
his nose in
sorry.
it.
Yeah, she was really rubbing his
Really?
nose. Yeah, really bad. Like for 90
I think I
seconds,
remember this.
said
Yeah.
masturbation 14 times.
I mean, just think, they probably all hate each other over there. It's probably cutthroat as shit.
Right.
You got those broads probably scheming and weaseling and backstabbing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they fucking love that.
Shit. We're going to take another quick break here to tell you about something very interesting. So, this is a new way to pay for health care. And if you're looking for a way to pay for health care, hear this out. It's kind of a cool thing they got going, but basically how it works right now is your healthcare is no longer something that takes place between you and your doctor. Whether you know it or not, the government and big insurance companies stand in between you and quality care. So your health is being basically bought and sold to the highest bidder, and then politicians, hospitals, big pharma, health insurance companies make huge profits at the expense of your health. And lobbyists are fighting to make sure that you won't have competition and you won't have options. So crowd health, basically disruptive technology that puts your healthcare decisions back into your hand, saving you money and cutting out the middleman. So it's not insurance, but they would describe it as it's what insurance should be. So it's a new way for paying for healthcare. Crowd health isn't insurance, and that's why it works. So there's no deductibles, networks, complicated exclusions, or copays. See any doctor you want, you pay the first $500 and submit any bills from there. The crowd health community takes care of the rest. Crowd health is a new way to pay for healthcare. No doctor networks, no huge premiums, and no high deductibles. No surprises. So it sounds like they've sort of figured out a new way to do this whole thing. And they're putting the community back in the community healthcare. Pay one low monthly total to fund your account, which is less than $200 a month for most people. And 100% of your monthly contribution directly funds and reduces the healthcare costs of the community. Unlike insurance, you're not limited by doctor networks. So how does the crowd health lower your yearly costs? Up to 60% or less, as they say, which is pretty cool. Well, unlike insurance, it succeeds in keeping its members happy, not driving up the price. That's the business model. It helps new members shop for great care at a fair price, makes payments to doctors and members as quickly as possible, and negotiates on the community's behalf when unexpected bills arise. So it totally reverses the vicious incentives that got the healthcare system into the mess that it's in the first place. So pretty cool. If you're interested, check out the website. Stop paying for health insurance with your hard-earned dollars. Go to joincrowdhealth.com. Experience the freedom of health insurance. Right now, you get your first 6 months for just $99 a month. So that right there is almost 50% off the normal price, and it's a lot less than the high deductible healthcare plan. So just go to joincrowdhealth.com and the promo code BOYSCAST at sign up. Joincrowdhealth.com, promo code BOYSCAST. Check it out. And just for the record, it's not health insurance, but it's a different way of paying for healthcare, and terms and conditions may apply. And one more thing we're going to tell you about is our pals, our Canadian pals over at Fume. If you're looking to quit smoking, you're tired,
Fucking quit the darts.
Quit hacking the darts. You were, it was fun when you were in high school standing by the thing, but it's over now. You're a grown up. You can't be smoking for the rest of your life. Maybe you're tired of walking into places smelling like a bag of ashtrays.
Yeah. It's fucking gross.
You're starting
dirty.
to look like a bag of ashtrays. Your chick's coming home. She goes, what is this? Why? What is this? Get off the bed. You smell. It's too much.
It's fucking expensive.
It's also effing ridiculously expensive.
Effing expensive.
That's why you want to check out Fume. So it's the natural inhaler designed for better, safer, and more natural way to quit cigarettes. It's no smoke, no vape, no nicotine replacement.
Just run talking about it. Making him fucking
What makes Fume unique? Fume is the natural inhaler designed for better, safer, natural way to quit cigarettes. It's a no smoke, no vape, no nicotine replacement for the hand-to-mouth habit of smoking. I actually love the Fumes, and they're handcrafted wooden inhalers, and they use cores, which you put in the inhaler, and it's basically, because most of the time people smoke, especially people who vape, it's like it just becomes this, obviously it's a habit, but you just do it all day long.
Yeah.
So this actually, you still do it, and it's kind of like not bad for you.
Yeah.
And they have flavors like peppermint and conker with minty notes to stimulate menthol cigarettes, and other flavors like lemon berry bliss for a sweeter experience. All the flavors are 100% natural, no harmful chemicals, no artificial flavors, and absolutely no nicotine. They were launched in Calgary, so it is Canadian boys, if you want to support our motherland. And they've helped 50,000 customers around the world quit smoking. They're on a mission to get to 1 million by 2025. Not only does Fume help with quitting, they also support beyond quitting with over a dozen cores for relaxation, energy, and more. So just take the free quiz to get started. Thousands of reviews. So quitting is tough, but Fume can help. They've got thousands of 5-star reviews from smokers who have tried everything else and nothing worked. I'm down with Fume. I like these guys. And, I didn't expect much when I tried it, but I'm a big fan now. Give it to a family member, give it to a friend. You can use it on the plane, which is a huge factor for some people. So whether you're a smoker, ex-smoker who struggles with cravings, Fume is the perfect tool for you. Head to breathefume.com/boyscast and use the promo code boyscast to save 10% off your entire order. 10% off your entire order when you head to breathefume.com/boyscast and use the code boyscast. Quit naturally with Fume and save 10%. I think on the sexual thing, let me do this then, because I was thinking of we go through these like Reddits of what's the like the grimiest, probably the most garbage sexual fetish. And basically there was a foot fetish Reddit, right? Mm-hmm. And there was the whole thing. And one of the comments was a guy being like, hey, does anyone have any tips how to get flip-flops involved into the bedroom? So
Weird.
Is that not the ultimate like trash? Because flip-flops is sort of a trash thing in general.
But flip-flops on a nice lady, I'm all right with.
Yeah. Nice painted nails, maybe a little toe ring.
Right, there is, but even still, like if you went to a high class place, you couldn't wear flip flops. Like that is a no.
True, yeah, they on the beach or a classy hotel on the beach, flip flops are.
Yeah.
What's
South
the
Beach,
exact
maybe?
question the guy wants?
Okay,
to know?
so we're saying we were like classy hotel. You're like, well, if you're in Cuba and you go to the
Sure, it's very
restaurant on the
specific.
all-inclusive,
Yeah, I mean, if you're in Denver and you're wearing flip flops, it's a tough look.
flip flops are sort of trashy.
He
yeah.
likes the girls wearing flip flops. This guy.
This guy wants to get flip flops. So there's a few different posts from this thing, but this one specifically, his thing was he's like, I want my girl to wear the flip flops around all day, and then I want to try to get the flip flop involved. Like maybe
That's what I don't get that.
Flops.
I don't get like the sod. Like I don't get the smell. Like a clean foot's nice. It doesn't really do much for me, but I go, oh, okay, it's something.
A hot foot does something for me.
The used foot all day. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
That's what I don't.
Musty
Yeah.
foot.
Well, that's what this guy said, and it was pretty gross. This next guy, who's like, so my girlfriend, we've been together for a while, and I was telling her about my foot fetish, and she's supportive, so it's good that she's supportive about it. And he goes, she's got really good foot hygiene, and she doesn't wear old socks, which you think is positive, but he's not very happy about this. And he says, recently I've been trying to get her feet smell more, so I've
Feeding her onions and
gross.
shit. Ah, that's horrible, dude.
and he goes,
Put blue cheese in her socks overnight. Oh, what the fuck is
he's
wrong?
mad. Yeah. He's basically like taking her old socks and putting them back beside her bed into a new pair, being like, "Oh, just pop them on again."
He
goes, "I wore those yesterday." You go, "No, you didn't." So then he basically goes, yesterday she wore old workout shoes home, and her feet smelled for the first time, and it was honestly the best. And I've been trying to get her to do it again. And basically, it was like his birthday, and he got her to wear like the.
I don't get that. I'm so lucky I'm not wired with anything weird
Agreed.
like
I
that.
never get my girlfriend to do anything like that.
You couldn't get your chick to be like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna need the smelly feet."
Get the fuck! I can't get her to fucking take the trash out. What are you nuts?
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Well, don't act like you're a dreamboat. You got cum in your pants every day.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's a tough thing to swallow. Why would she do anything for you?
That's actually her fetish, by the way.
I'm doing this for you, babe. Fat, smelly guy coming in his undies.
Yeah, because the foot fetish, you're just like, oh, I like a foot or whatever. And this one's like, it has to be fucking grimy.
Got to be cheesy.
Yeah, that's what I don't. I'm so happy I'm not wired that way.
Yeah, to, like,
in the
nasty
sense that
ass.
like there's something that you just got to do to get off, or that like.
Yeah, like you need like that really special shit.
Yeah.
Dudes who like armpits and stuff like that. Yeah, it's tough.
Armpits is
I got
a tough
nothing.
one.
Yeah,
I agree. Those ones are so weird too. It's like, what are you into exactly? It's just nothing. I guess the thing is, and that's why if you look at cultures where you like, let's say if it was completely forbidden for the girl to show her feet, then I could see why it's more like, oh, a little foot.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
you if you're like Muslim or whatever, that cheek comes out.
It's a big thing.
Ooh, ankle.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you go, okay, but I want the cheek to smell now. That's where you're losing me. And then this guy goes, my housemate always leaves her boots at the door, and I wish she would leave her socks in them so I could sniff it.
Man,
so this is
What the fuck?
God, creepo.
Well, the funniest part about these Reddits is that these creeps all find themselves, and then the guy will post like, and she won't leave her socks out, and everyone's like, that fucking bitch. Like,
yeah, you believe that?
Yeah,
Fucking whore, she's not using them?
She's in her different Reddit being like, my socks keep going
Yeah.
missing, and I think my roommate's stealing
I
them.
know.
Man, I'm sure there's nightmares nightmare stories about guys and girls living together.
Oh, 100%.
Some fucking dude that's a creep.
And there's girls that have no clue that they're getting their panties sniffed once a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
a panty sniffer either. I have my kinks, I guess, but yeah,
I feel like that kind of stuff. I would be like, yeah, this might be hot. And then you do it, and you go, okay, this didn't. What am I doing?
Yeah, like there's things that like people I can't nothing's popping to mind, but like things that are like you would see in like a movie, I'm like that's hot, and then like as like a teenager I would be like, yeah, no, that's I'm a one and done on that. That's not a thing for me. I don't. It's it doesn't live up to the hype or whatever.
Yeah, well, these guys find their basically any weird thing you're into right now, you can have a Reddit. And
Well, I mean, dude, think about it. If you had a weird thing in your head, you were like, yo, smelly, cheesy fucking feet, get me off. That's not something you're going to... At this day and age, you're obviously going to go to the internet to find your support group. You're not just going to like ask your buddy, like, "Hey."
Well, you got to figure out every girl I'm
Bunions.
ever with, how do I approach this?
Of
because,
course.
you got to kind of bring it up every time, being like, "Hey, so."
you ideally, find one girl. And then
You're like, "How long do I wait before we're dating? Before I bring this up?" Like,
You want to split an appetizer and can I smell your cheesy feet?
You got to order like a cheese board. You go, "Oh, what do you think of this smell? You like this smelly cheese?"
You more of a brie girl or
Yeah.
you like Roquefort? What's the story?
There was this famous dude in Philly, Uncle Eddie. He was just known as. He was the
Fast Eddie.
No, Uncle Eddie.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And
Is he fast or uncle?
I think it was
Both.
Uncle whatever, Eddie. He was known as Uncle Eddie, and he became famous for it was kind of like the DuPont son. Like he was the son of this fucking huge wealthy family, and he lived in this high rise down in like Rittenhouse Square, which is like would be like the fucking
memorial to
nicest
Kyle
night-
Rittenhouse, yeah.
Yeah, they were ahead of their time. And he would pay neighborhood kids, like kids that were like down on their luck or whatever, to like, hey, give me your underwear and whatever.
Shit in your underwear.
Shit in your underwear and give it to me. But the best thing, real creepy,
But would he
obviously.
tell them, oh, this is for charity kind of thing?
No, but this is how street smart the fucking dirtbags in Philly are. They're looking at this guy as an ATM machine.
Yeah.
Dude, they're like, yeah, man, I bought a pair of socks, $6. I wore them 2 days, gave them to him, and gave me $500. Fucking idiot. Like my cousin's boys were.
You
using
know
them.
people that did this.
My cousin's boys did it, yeah. And I always thought it was like hearsay. I thought it was like folklore. But then as
It
I got
came
older,
out?
there's fucking
Well, he started
hundreds of
killing them or
articles.
something like that.
Something went south eventually. But for the longest time,
Like you show up with a fucking briefcase full of like shitty underwear.
Yeah.
You got the goods.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
So the deal went bad. Someone got shot.
Spin the briefcase around. You like that? God damn it.
that's the good stuff. What you have, Mexican?
Smell that shit coming down the street, huh?
That's what it is. Someone tried to give him a fake.
Someone tried to give him fake pride. It was just pudding or something.
Puts his
in there.
fucking pinky in there. He's like,
This is Jello, you lying sack of shit. Close the door.
You come to a business meeting with this bullshit and insult me?
I love how he's taking it so serious.
How trashy Philly is. I remember when I was a kid and that was going around after they caught him. My parents would threaten their kids, like, Eddie will come and get you. Like, if you weren't a good kid, Eddie's going to come and get you.
That's so funny that
take
he
you down to Uncle Eddie's.
so what, he went to jail for life kind of thing?
I forget how
That
it
is
ended.
trash.
I believe he died. I think he died.
Yeah, there's
It's a
just like a
happy ending.
known pedophile kicking around, and your parents would be like, "We'll let him rape
Oh,
you."
yeah. It's
You want Uncle Eddie to fuck you?
Yeah, it's
Do
like
your
Saddam
homework.
Hussein. Keep the status quo a little bit.
Yeah, you want to be feared or respected? What do you want?
Hey, it's good shit. Fucking and then the last one of these was Sandra Bullock. Apparently, she does a new beauty treatment that uses stems from the foreskin of circumcised children.
That's big.
Stem cells.
Have you heard of this?
Stem cells. Yeah.
Do you know about this?
I've heard of the stem cell stuff. Yeah, I've heard of this.
She's
Like,
all jacked up, though.
Yeah, well, there's money
That's
to
all
be
like
made.
the-
That's why
well,
all the
that's
Jews
like-
are fucking circumcised.
That's all the Hollywood fucking people with their adrenochrome and shit. This is just
Right.
the one.
Yeah, it's like all
below
that shit. Yeah, all that shit from
Anything that'll get rid of a wrinkle.
umbilical cords too are big.
Well, yeah, teeth too.
Yeah.
That's another one.
What do they do with teeth?
Well, this is actually a thing anybody can do. Whereas if you ever have your wisdom teeth removed, every person has stem cells in their wisdom teeth, so you can actually tell your dentist, and your dentist can like send them to some company, and you can extract your own stem cells from your own wisdom
And then what do you
teeth.
do with them?
It like regenerates, like, you can use it to like regenerate, like if you have a bad knee or shit, like regenerate, like, I don't know, cartilage or whatever.
Too
the fuck
late
in
for
your
me.
body.
I already gave mine away for free.
Me too. I didn't know about that, so I got rid
Sandy
of mine.
Bullock's using your stem cells.
I keep my wisdom teeth in a locket, but along with
Floating
the
around.
kids' wisdom
Like
teeth.
Oh yeah,
normal
I mean,
person.
if you're an actress, oh man, that'd be like you're a star and you're just hanging. Like you get 2% less attractive and your just career's done.
I know, but when they do get all cut up and you can tell, it's even worse.
I know, but
Like, just ride it the fuck out.
I agree
and
that
just
it looks
get different
worse.
parts.
But it doesn't look worse on camera. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it does. Like, Sandy Bullock was just in that movie, that Netflix movie where she was, where she killed a guy in the house and she was on the run. You know what I'm talking about?
no, I don't know the one.
It did really well. Everyone liked it.
she was blindfolded on a boat.
Nah, that's-
Bird watcher or something. Something with birds.
Yeah, that was some
Yeah.
alien movie or something like that. No, this one
We're pretty deep into talking about
I do love Sandy.
a procedure we don't know about, a movie we can't name.
Foreskinned aliens and Sandra Bullock. Let's do it. This is like fucking Mad Libs for idiots.
Welcome back to We're Not Sure, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, what's his name and what's his face? And what's that movie that was in that came out in one of those
She
years?
just had a movie come out fucking with
Welcome back to Let's Google it.
Well, either way, you could tell she had plastic surgery. It doesn't look right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. My argument is, one, there isn't as many roles for 70-year-olds. So the truth is, like, if you look 50, if you look 40, even though you're 60, even if you look weirder, you still probably get more roles.
Yeah.
And a lot of times on camera, the weirdness
It'll
doesn't
clean up.
It'll clean up. If you see them in real life, you go, "This is a mess."
Yeah.
But on camera, you go, "They look 15 years
You put
younger."
cake enough makeup on there.
Yeah, like all
yeah.
the girls in the Sex and the City reboot. You're like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Right.
They look terrible.
Well,
and fucking Nicole Kidman in that Lucille Ball thing. It's like, you know, who was in that? Oh, it was Javier Bardem and Nicole Kidman's robot. Like, she looks
Did you
terrible.
see? I can't remember what her name is, but remember Single White Female, the movie Fonda, right?
Jane Fonda.
Jane, have you seen?
No, not Jane Fonda. God damn it.
Damn, I have to look this up because she fucking.
Move on from movies.
Anyways,
Bunch of cinephiles here.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
Dude, go look up a photo of her right now. It's unfucking real.
She was smoking back in the day. So was
Dude,
Sean Young.
She
Sean
was
Young
smoking
hot.
10 years ago. She looks like you.
Really?
Yeah.
So hotter?
Yeah, smoking.
No, honestly.
I don't know. I had to be drunk into this.
real
No, but I'm telling you, like it's crazy.
Sorry, I can't afford stem cells, Danny. I apologize.
I don't know.
Hey, this guy's no spring chicken himself.
I'm not saying I am.
She looks like you, and it's gross.
Point taken. What's funny is I knew exactly what
Well,
you
she
meant.
was
when you
super
said it.
hot. No. She used to be like really hot, like a decade ago.
Yeah, Foley's super offended. He goes, "What the fuck's that supposed to be?"
Fucking invite me here to this
looks like
place, sit down with you guys, and you insult me?
Saying I look like Bridget
And what
Fonda?
exactly would that be that I look like?
But there are people that don't
comes in
do
her
it,
boxers.
and they look better.
Sure, but there is that weird, like you were saying back with, there's that
Jamie
weird
Lee
thing.
Curtis, there's a perfect example. She hasn't anything done.
I know, but
She still looks good.
But there's like that thing in Hollywood where it's like you work when you're 40, then you don't until you're like 70.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that, man? You
Well,
gotta
they wanna-
fucking
I'm
roll.
just-
Well, that was the
I'm
Sally.
just saying they
Sally
wanna work.
Field or whatever.
Exactly.
She was like the love interest, then became the mom. In
Yeah,
the next
but
movie.
there's
Yeah.
there's like a 20-year gap where like you have to
You
wait
have
until
to-
you look like the mom.
Exactly.
Because they it doesn't sell. You have to you either have to look 40 or you have to look 70.
There's not a good, there's no good roles for, I mean, men, there's probably a little more 50-year-old
But they do
roles.
the
But
same
even then,
thing-
they probably play 40 a lot.
Yeah, they do the same thing too. It's like Michael Keaton. It's like he worked for a certain time, disappeared for 20 years, and then show back up. He played a dad.
Well, yeah, easy for you to say. Be like, just
True.
quit your job for 15
Yeah,
years.
quit
and they're
your
like,
job and don't work.
And they're like, well, I
you
don't
have a
want
staff
to.
of 15
But you
people.
gotta save a little bit.
Sure, but that's their agents. That people don't want to go home.
No,
That's
of
what
course.
Brady fucking spent
Yeah.
a month and a
sure.
half with his wife, and he's getting back out there.
I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
That's awesome. Gave that bullshit excuse. My place is back on the field. Not with this broad busting my balls every.
It's not picking the kids up from school. I know
Yeah,
that much.
dude.
He's got a
Shit.
high maintenance broad too.
Oh man,
Because he got really famous and broke up with the old wife and got the hot new
got
one.
the
Right?
supermodel.
Why she was pregnant? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
He
right?
went to the Simpsons restaurant and it said, "Your happiness with a new love."
Yeah, I think Bridget Moynihan, wasn't it? Isn't that who we got pregnant?
I don't remember the old one, but all I know is he upgraded, which is then
Sure.
that's a high maintenance. This ex supermodel.
Brazilian too, not
Yeah.
even American.
No, that's a
all right.
high maintenance woman, right? But who cares if you're gone all the time?
Yeah.
And if she goes, "Oh, I want this and this," you go, "Yeah, just go buy it, whatever."
Imagine being Tom Brady and getting yelled at for fucking
Anything.
not emptying the dishwasher.
Like, also think he got thrown into regular guy life. Like that, like he hasn't had, it's not like he worked as a plumber, came home, and then retired.
Right.
Like he's been working every day for fucking 25
And he had the perfect
years.
excuse because she was probably like, hey, we're going to do this and this and this. He goes, yeah, I would. But like once I retire.
I can't. Now he's like, you have to have a relationship. And you're like, oh.
Now she's like all that hundreds of things that
we have to go to, we have to go to wine and painting night with the gal.
Oh my God.
Fucking put a gun in your mouth, dude.
Yeah,
No
like
shit.
on a Monday night, like
Yeah.
Monday night, he's got to watch Aaron Rodgers at some bar.
Yeah.
We can finally do that cooking show
He's like, I
together.
can still
Yeah,
play.
we can. We'll do that cooking show together.
Oh, it's also probably all like
Reality
projects.
show.
Yeah, like.
Get me Bob Kraft on the phone.
Yeah.
She probably wants she has so many wacky ideas for what they're going to do with his fame now.
My God.
For sure.
You can
dude.
start producing. Yeah, of course I can.
He's taking pitches on independent movies.
Did you see
ready to
someone
fucking
bought his fucking last football?
Yeah,
his
spent
touchdown
500,000
Yeah.
for like $575,000. They bought his last touchdown football because they're like, it's his last touchdown ever.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't feel bad for that guy though.
No.
It's also like
No. If you have that kind of money, just
that, I think everybody pictures some guy who got $500,000 together. Was like, all right, this is everything.
That
It's
was-
probably some billionaire.
Yeah,
It
for
was
sure.
not
Someone who has. It was like, remember when what's his
You're
face?
right. Though. We picture a guy that's scraped together
Yeah.
his retirement fund.
They're like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and then it's like, get the
His
fuck-
wife comes home. He goes,
"Honey,
"Where's
is
our
He was
money?"
a loser, Ronnie. His wife yelling at him. I told you the scheme wouldn't work, Ronnie, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
See, he's going to play again, you dumbass.
Now he's got to like figure out a way to like Nancy Kerrigan,
Exactly.
like fucking kneecap him so he can't ever. He's like, I got to make sure he
The
never
Ronnie
throws a
Treggio
touchdown.
story.
Yeah.
Now we got to kidnap Tom Brady. It's
He's probably
actually not a
watching
bad
that
movie. I'm going
first
to be honest
game.
with you right
Yeah.
now.
He's watching that first game. He's like, come on, please don't throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Run
Thinks he
the
can
ball!
hold. Thinks he
Run
can.
the ball!
He can hold out every game all season. All right, man, we made it 2 games. They've been running a lot.
He's washed. He's washed. Run the ball.
Awesome.
Fuck.
fuck, that's
All right, we're going to do one more thing.
Yeah.
There was do you guys know like how girls are? Me and Danny, when we were on tour in Dallas, there was this guy, he was selling crystals, and they're to make money crystals. And to me, this is like the fucking kind of the stuff we're saying, like the garbage. Buying lottery tickets is trash.
Of course.
Like
What a good time.
Yes, but all like
Buying
poor
lottery
people
tickets is
things
bad.
that are to
Sure.
make more money.
Sure.
Fucking-
Scraping a bunch of money together to buy Tom Brady's last ball. Yeah.
Exactly, right? But this girl, there's this money manifestation coach that people hire to sort out their lives. And basically, he gives this girl's 7 things, right? So he goes, they have a 7-day plan. And the first one, he goes, day 1, pour a glass of wine, light a candle, and brood over the money that has caused you discomfort. So that's the first one. Day 2, repeat money manifestations while jumping. So by day 2,
I want to fucking hit this guy so bad. I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
this kind of shit.
It's great, right? And you've
Oh.
got so day 2, you hire this person. First of all, you're already poor. You hire this guy that's going to make you rich.
It's not cheap.
And then you're doing jumping jacks, being like, "I will be rich." I will be making
After
money.
a glass of wine?
And you've had a glass of wine. Yeah. That's he wants to attract a women clientele, right?
Hey, listen, start drinking so you think this works.
Take your magic wand out. And
Also, it said in this thing, they go, he was like a normal finance coach, but then he just switched over to be a spiritual coach and just sort of uses all the same tactics. But that's how he gets the girls to be sort of involved in the thing. And then he goes, so after he does the thing where they have to scream stuff, he goes, told me to move, jump around, talk to myself. He said, happy energy. I'm attracting more money and more wealth into my life, and I'm worthy of abundance. So that's sort of we always sort of talk about this, but it's like that's the most annoying thing to do when you're like working a full-time job and your chick's like, you're like, hey, maybe you could get a job, and she goes, I would, but
I got the wine poured. I've been doing my jumping jacks. I'm on day 3. 4 more days. We're gonna be on
She
easy.
goes, what do
Street.
you think I'm doing right now?
I'm manifesting.
I gave this guy 20 grand. I'm almost there.
I do know anyone that has any of these wacky money-making schemes. I guess that doing comedy is a wacky money-making
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the 4 of us have profited from
That's
it.
you. That is like legitimately us with your chick being like, yeah, you guys have been with girls for a while. Where they're like, you need to get a job. You're like, I just bought 4 podcast mics.
I'm like, babe,
I just
I'm
bought
a
a
regular at the Village Lantern.
I just got a
Any
studio.
day now.
Someone's going to come in there and see me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that scupper.
I'm not barking anymore.
Looking in the mirror. I'm worthy of fame. I am worthy of
Dude,
laughs.
it's so true. I remember because my girl's from Germany, so she moved here, and she was like, all right, listen, like I'm gonna uproot my life and move here for you. Like, how are you what are we going to do? And at
said,
the time,
have you heard of a podcast?
at the time, we had a failed podcast, and I was like, she's like, how much did you make last? Like she's like, we have to go over financials. She's like, how much did comedy bring you in last year? And it was like,
She wanted to go over financials?
yeah. She's like,
nosy
she's
broad?
leaving her
What the
job.
fuck?
She's leaving everything.
Did you forge them?
She's like, what did you make last year from
$2
comedy?
million.
I mean, $10 from the Grizzly, $2 million.
Well, they passed the bucket around.
Dude, can we get a tax
Dude,
write-off on that bucket?
it was like
Free
$1,200
meals count if I add them up.
Yeah. Well, I get a free drink every time I perform. It's about $7.
Pulled pork, that's $8.
I mean, $7.70 from the Grizzly pair.
Yeah, you're literally like putting,
Truffle fries ain't cheap, babe.
I know.
That's
was
a high
bad.
class fry.
Yeah, it was bad.
So then, did you show her the financials?
And I was
And
just
you go,
like,
so
but
what'd
no,
you think?
How crazy? I was like, you just
I
have
play
to
his
trust
lawyer,
me.
just walk in with a mustache on.
That's just Foley.
Oh,
The jig is up.
I see you've been talking to my rich client.
Oh, Mr. Moneybags.
You're walking in with a mustache. Oh shit!
so you
Look,
just
man.
went the full, you just got to trust me?
I was like, I don't know how the fuck I was like, well, I'll figure it the fuck out. And at that point, we were so far in or whatever. Like, I'm going, this is what there's no turning back now with it. Like,
Yeah.
I've burnt the bridges
Either
behind me.
you hitch your,
we've
you hitch your
blown the
wagon
bridge.
to me,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah, it's
don't.
either like, and-
He's pitching her me real hard.
Yeah.
Foley's doing all right.
yeah. I'm like, he just got past, you know what I mean? He's doing more road work.
You saw my manifest. What
Yeah.
the hell? What more do you
I
want?
know. He just did the Jim Gaffigan show. He was hot dog vendor number 2.
2 years from now, he'll be number 1. He'll get me on this show.
I know. Yeah.
I got a call back for a commercial, and you get money for that.
But it was that. You had like it's like you said. It is comedians. You have to have that blind faith, I guess.
Well, for anything, you need a little bit of like, but
Delusion.
Delusion, but the delusion gets more unrealistic the older you get. That's all it is.
Sure.
Like obviously, some 70-year-old guy being like, "This is the year, baby, baby, baby."
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're 46.
Yeah.
I was 30 when we started at RUR. I was 34, staring a balding 34-year-old staring down the barrel of fucking failure.
When white like straight dudes is.
I was like, I'm out.
worst. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm done. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not even one of the cool white guys now. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
like, I'm chubby and I'm baldy, and like my time to be the cool young white guy. Like,
He wasn't getting Kim K. Let's put it that
yeah,
way.
no.
So then what happened? Because it sounds like you sold her the thing, and she was like, said whatever, fuck it. She said fuck it.
She was like, fuck
she goes,
it.
"Whoa."
I didn't know any of this. I didn't
Yeah.
know you had to go in front of the board.
Yeah. Well, she now is our foreign investor, so I even doubled down and we took her.
Exactly. You even got her. She goes, "This Foley getting passed thing. Can I get in on this?" You pitched it so hard. She's like, "Can I get some action on this?"
She's like, I'll double
Foley
it.
does do a pretty good Southern accent. It's all right. I remember those the email chains that would go around. Send this to 10 people and your money will come
And you would
to
do
you.
them?
That's the.
I wouldn't do them. No.
He's still doing them.
I sold them to 20.
Hey, double my earnings.
No, but I remember like relatives sending them like, "Hey, make sure you send this."
That's a good
There were
trash one.
messages on Facebook. What was that? What it was?
Oh,
Or MySpace?
everybody's mom.
Have you ever
is
opened your
falling for
spam folder?
that. Oh, it's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
It's
crazy.
wild what's going on in your spam folder.
That's
Seriously,
a
just go
great
check it.
sentence.
I looked at it the other day.
It's called like other messages or something.
All
No,
dick
no,
on
on
Facebook.
Gmail, it's straight up just
Oh,
spam.
oh, yeah,
but if you
yeah.
go look what's going on in there,
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a whole
Yeah.
nother economy.
It's fucking hilarious.
So that's day 2. Day 3, visualize what money can do for you. So I guess you go like, probably get a purse.
Probably balling soon.
Yeah, I'd probably get a car. Day 4, look at the money and voice your gratitude. So you have to voice your gratitude for the money you do have.
Gratitude's big with these sleazeballs. You gotta feel gratitude.
Yeah.
If you're not grateful, you're not. You gotta open up and be grateful. Get the fuck out of
It
here.
really is. Gratitude's a
It's
huge
all intangible shit. Like fucking. If I'm gonna make money, you give me the money. If you can make money as much, just you give me your money then, and you make more.
There was a kid.
Gratitude's huge with the sleazeball
Oh, dude,
community.
they're fucking dirtbags.
There's a kid I went to high school with that I think works as a sound editor, and he had like a pretty decent following on Instagram. Then all of a sudden one day I started getting messages from him like, hey, send me your Cash App. I'm going to send you, this. I just made all this money in crypto and blah, blah, blah. And then I started looking on his page and it's like, these ads for like crypto. So I'm just assuming he got fucking hacked.
You're calling your babe like we're rich.
No, I assume he got hacked. And then the next day it was him in a video like pushing it.
Oh,
like
God.
saying like
He was on some new crypto Ponzi.
yeah,
Because that actually happened to our friend
damn.
like a couple weeks ago.
We've
Our
been
friend-
asked to
but
participate in Ponzi's.
Our friend Amish, like a couple weeks ago, that happened to his page, but he was hacked. But that's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought this guy was hacked for months, and then he's in a video, and it looks like a terrorist video. Like the resolution is so
They're
bad.
someone off camera with a gun. Going,
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
plug Coinbase.com.
Yeah, like fuck, I just blocked him out
That's
the door.
fucking great.
Hater.
No, that is a big part of it where you have to essentially be grateful for you have to look in your wallet and be like, that $10 is, you're right though.
I'm
That is
grateful for this maxed out credit card.
day 5. They want you to do a Pinterest board about money. So you have to open up a Pinterest account and kind of put
See, it's all Pinterest
money
money. I don't even know
memes.
what the fuck Pinterest is.
It's like a vision board for the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a vision. But day 6 is probably my favorite one. So they said day 6, go on a treasure
Rob a bank?
hunt. No,
Yeah.
it's
Apply for a job. Go back to school. ITT Tech, computer programming.
Find a handgun with the serial number
Something.
filed off.
Slip and fall.
yeah.
Fucking buy a neck brace. Make
Day
it look
6.
real.
Now day 6. We tell you a little secret that old people can't fight back.
Yeah, I would respect that list more. Of
Yeah, no
dude,
shit.
this is your
Easy
best
crimes.
chances to rob a fucking bank. This
Go
is
to
your
your
best chance
grandmother's
for a slip
medicine
and fall.
cabinet.
Yeah.
Find the pain pills. Go to the local high school.
Become a gold digger. Something. Do that.
Right, if you were a chick, that would be a way better one. Like, hey, visualize you finding a rich guy. That should
Sure.
just be the whole
Yeah, like
scam.
here are the type of places rich guys hang out.
Yeah.
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 If I was a
Go
hot chick,
there.
I would do all of those things.
Body, I'd be all
I
over
would
that.
never. There would be no dignity at all. I would never work.
Yeah, you'd be a prostitute.
100%.
He acts like he's like coming the most, has the most dignity just as he comes in his pants. I would have no dignity as a woman. As a man, I am full of dignity
I would
and
gladly
gratitude.
trade my regal status.
Well, day 6 is go on a treasure hunt. It says visualize yourself finding
I mean,
coins and bills.
This is literally like hippie Gary V shit right here.
hippie Gary V.
Because Gary V goes to garage sales. This dude go just grab a metal detector.
It's
I
basically
guess.
saying go to the beach with a metal detector.
But not even with a
Just
metal
I would
visualize
respect
it.
No,
that
Gary
more.
V would be like, go get a metal detector. This guy's being like, just think about where money would be, and then just go kind of
What a fucking
scrounge
cocksucker.
around.
Picture yourself
like get
finding
your crystal, and it'll point.
You are right though, because if someone's really poor and you're charging them any amount of money to give them advice that
You're a
won't work,
scumbag, yeah.
it's even it is
Yeah.
the ripping off old people kind of thing.
You
Yeah.
know what the big thing now is magnet fishing. Have you seen that?
No.
I'm big
Oh, I
on
have
They
actually.
go to like a
those
bridge.
giant, yeah. I've
Giant
seen them.
high power magnets, you throw it in a body of water and just see
try to-
what you get.
What do
Yeah.
you get?
Whatever.
Usually-
whatever sticks to a magnet.
They find guns and shit.
Guns
everywhere.
would
Guns
be
a lot,
fun.
yeah.
Which is
That'd be a big
dangerous.
fun.
I would not want to find a fucking gun in
Well,
a river.
they call
also
the- they
those
call
are
the
guns
cops.
used in crimes.
Yeah.
Oh, they call the cops
100%
immediately.
So if I'm the fucking Fratelli brothers and I see fucking some dickhead on his YouTube page pulled out the fucking gun that
Fratelli brothers.
Also, like
Yeah,
gold,
you're right.
you know?
yeah.
gold and silver aren't that magnetic, right? So you're not even getting.
You're not going to get like
precious-
you're not going to
It's
get
not precious
no,
metals,
No.
but
It's more of like let's see what. Like,
Although
get a bike
I
seat
guess
or
with the
something.
price of commodities right now, maybe just if you get some fucking steel, that's
Copper
worth
or
it.
something,
Copper,
too,
some
yeah.
shit.
That's it.
Copper wire. That'd be what this guy should be telling her where
Yeah,
there's
no
copper
shit.
wire.
Yeah, go to a new construction site. Cut the copper out of the walls. Get a Sawzall, $89.99, and take it right out. I'll respect that.
Find a foreman that'll play ball.
Yeah, respect the hustle.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys that were into the copper and the construction.
Buddy, you're
sector.
looking at one.
Yeah.
Were you into that?
Oh yeah.
Who would you sell it to?
Oh, you'd go to the scrapyard.
And how would you get it?
We would get like a.
We knew a guy. Are you?
Kid's asking a lot of questions.
I know.
Is he pausing
You're
right
a
now?
fucking-
Because he's like, what can I say?
For a
Yeah.
snitch, I'd fucking keep
Yeah.
these details.
I don't know
to
what you're
yourself.
talking about. Next question, Your
Well,
Honor.
no, if you get a job to clean something out,
And there's extra copper kicking around. That's
Yeah.
your copper
I mean,
now.
yeah, they're
No.
usually not looking for that.
we were paid to, we were
Clean up.
authorized to go into this building because there was a lot of
Authorized.
precious metals in there.
Yeah.
Did we do it in the
I mean,
middle
dude,
of the night?
my-
Yeah, sure. But we were authorized to be
friends-
there.
We were authorized. Somebody in the organization authorized us. I don't know if the highest.
I know
guy
guys that went to jail for. I know a guy from where I grew up. Well, I know multiple that went to jail, but one guy went to jail for stealing copper wire. Got out 2 months later, back in the fucking bin for stealing copper.
Dude,
He couldn't stop.
my childhood friend's
Perfect scale.
great grandfather started a scrap metal business with a horse and a cart and turned it into like a multi-$100 million business.
Love that.
That's the dream. Yeah. I don't think my buddy's gonna
that
get
comes
that
on.
going.
That comes on day 6.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
day 7.
The horse and the cart.
Yeah, that's day 7. That's
Find someone who can sell you a donkey.
Yeah. Well, no. Day 7 is
Take your magic
enchanted
beans.
donkey.
Yeah.
shit. Day 7 is rest, relaxation, and comfort. So they have.
Yeah, you gotta take the edge off.
Yeah, after a treasure hunt, you gotta
man,
relax
you're
a
the-
little bit.
Get a little famished.
You're the boyfriend, works 7 days a week. You come home on day 7, she's just fucking feed up, drinking white wine. You
Babe,
you haven't done anything.
I hunted treasure for us.
I did find a Pokemon.
I found a ball of tinfoil.
Oh, it's fucking insane.
And then you have to put the winds on. So she said she put on that she found a cheap camera, and then she bought a camera, so that cost
Yeah,
her
she couldn't
money.
even afford how cheap it was, but it
She
was a
She
deal.
couldn't afford not to get it. It was such a good deal. And then she said, yeah, she got it. Basically, she posted the things that she got a good deal on, like food. She got a good. Good
So
deal
that's
on
the money,
taxes.
is just getting a good deal on something? That's the payoff? You get no actual cash?
No.
Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't
Oh, this
coming.
is she's being grateful.
Yeah,
Hopefully
like you
more's
look at the bank
coming.
account at the end of this week and you have less money than you started with,
Yeah.
but you have this camera that you
Oh,
don't need.
shit.
And the camera's not, it's not like, hey, this camera, I can start a business taking photos to generate money. It's just, I have a camera.
Yeah.
I would let her do that, and then when it didn't work out, that camera was being used for one thing. It's called OnlyFans. Get those cheesy feet up
I
in
got
the air.
bad news for you, Foley.
Yeah.
She bought one of those like bullshit, old timey, useless, not even digital camera. She goes, you go plug that thing in. She goes, it doesn't plug
I can't
in.
even stream with this, you fucking dumb broad. What's the deal?
And when you find out how much it costs to develop that shit, that film, you're like, what the fuck are you thinking?
And the guy has to play ball where she goes, oh, I've been doing the gratefulness gratitations, and then because of all of this stuff, I managed to get this deal on a camera. I only spent $200 on it, and the guy has to be like, yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. All good stuff. If you want to buy more stuff at deals, and you have to pretend that her buying a camera was a good use of finances.
Jesus.
That's good stuff.
That's scumbag shit.
Yeah.
Real scumbag shit. That guy should be beaten in town square.
Yeah, it's a dirtbag move.
yeah.
Well,
a charlatan.
fellas, this has been the Boys Cast with Are You Garbage? Fun fucking times. Our first 4-person deal, too.
Thank you,
Thanks
buddy.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming in. That was really
Well,
good.
you guys are bested. We always have such a fucking good time hanging out.
Always
it's
a good
fun.
hang.
But we have, this, I feel like we can do it. We got the cameras set up. There wasn't any huge problems. I remember we had Colum in here the first time we started having guests, and it was just like a fucking mess from start
Chaos.
to finish.
Oh, yeah.
But we're so obviously the Are You Garbage podcast, but you guys are going on tour too, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
on tour. We're going to California the first week of April. We're going to be in San Francisco, LA, and La Jolla, the La Jolla Comedy Store. And then also, we're in Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Detroit, Denver, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, all over the place. Adding more dates. Check it the fuck out.
Okay, I have a San Francisco question. Is shitting in the streets garbage?
High class.
And then if you're the person whose job it is who gets paid by the city to clean that up, what's more garbage? The shitting in the street or the job of
Well,
cleaning up?
having a first of all, a government job, good bennies.
Good bennies.
That's good.
That's
good.
even if you're
Doesn't matter.
Even
Trash-
if you're cleaning
trash
up
guy,
human-
that's- yeah,
even
that's-
if you have to clean up human excrement.
That's a rarity, though.
yeah, that's true.
It's a rarity.
But
No, I know a guy that's a garbage man and a
No,
legitimately
this isn't a
decent
no.
job.
We're not
Yeah.
saying garbage man here.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco has people whose jobs it is to straight up clean up
The
human
feces.
excrement.
That's all they
Crappy
do?
job.
There's
no pun
so much
intended,
human shit in the streets there that's as far as I understand.
that's a bad job. I'm not going to be honest.
no way to sugarcoat
I
it.
would try the 7-day money manifestation before I took that job.
Yeah.
But it's a job. Probably got good bennies, good days off.
Okay, now shitting in the street?
That's trash. What are we
Yeah,
doing
it's a
here?
fucking-
What are we doing here? All right, fuck yeah. Are You Garbage podcast? This has been the Boys Cast. Peace.
Yeah.